Alright guys, I am back and today we are going to do Arlecchino Story Quest. First I am going to watch this animated short and then we will delve deeper into her story quest. So let us begin and let's put it at full volume and let's go.
You were born into this world all alone.
Man, why don't
But
they
here
put this in the
house of the heart,
game actually?
you will grow up to be strong. Your goal is to learn, to compete, to defeat all your brothers and sisters in battle.
My God.
And become king.
Nerd alert.
Oh no,
Where's Pear?
these are
Didn't
my
you want to
glasses.
hear
What
the
do you
story?
mean nerd alert?
Excuse
Damn.
me, Mother. She's doing a funeral for her spider.
Funeral for her
child.
spider is crazy.
Maybe her curse is flaring up again. Clairvy, see to her.
Oh,
The mother looks amazing, but she is a baddie.
I want cake.
A High Lab Dull said, "Don't worry, I also have glasses."
Oh yeah,
You want
my
some?
eyes started
Sure.
hurting. I'm like, F it, I am going to wear them.
You must know spiders
At least
don't
while
like
on
cake.
PC.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Birds are from
So have you watched this?
sunbeams filter through the foliage. Flames grow within our tongue.
She looks so adorable.
And I hope you won't be tainted by fate. Nothing to fear, so go alone.
Do mothers usually argue with their daughters?
A High Lab Dull said, "Just wait till unknown user
I heard
comes.
that in Snezhnaya,
You will never hear the end of it, faced with tears of joy."
Yep,
When we're grown
he's
up,
going to spam mommy so hard.
shall
We can
go
actually
see
bet on
together?
it. Oh shit. That's a crazy cut.
Great king.
Happy to dead, literally. We got a teenage Arlecchino. Huh.
A High Lab Dull said, "I still haven't done her story quest even though I have to die talent material."
Thank you.
So you spoiled yourself about the end battle at least. Me too, I still haven't done her story quest and I too have to get her material. For Emily, I think. Yeah, they should put this animation in the story quest, like just before. Oh shit, she's back. Look at the mother.
A High Lab Dull said,
I should have
"Bro,
pruned
it
this
will be
flower
like
long
fighting
ago.
fire with fire, only
Not
that my
waited till
fire
it
is weaker."
wilts. How grotesque.
Yes,
Wouldn't you agree?
shit. Oh, she's Hydro, huh? Yeah, we meet so many good characters. I bet if she is playable,
Innocence
no,
and
I mean
kindness
she's
are
dead.
such
I mean,
beautiful
if she
qualities.
was playable,
They're all so
people will
useless.
simp for her so hard. It does not matter if she is bad or not. Look at Signora, people are still waiting on her. I think this is one of the best animation they had done. Look at the animation quality.
A bird tied down will never fly the nest. You are no exception. Stay awake, don't fall asleep. The way is long and the gloom is deep. And Surrender. Let your mother guide you, and you shall become the one true king!
Oh no, we. You are lost. You are lost.
My answer
Is no. This place is still in the game, I think. At least the broken places. And here comes the pyro. Damn, look at that animation. And they captured her, huh?
She killed the Harbinger?
And there comes Saritsa, the ice. We are in Snaznaya.
Her Majesty the Tsaritsa has decreed as follows.
I am still waiting for this guy.
I hereby pardon your crimes and bestow
Look at
upon you
Captain
a new
Wanderer.
name. This title
And
and its legacy of
Indiana.
bloodshed are now yours to bear. My poor, mad, cursed knave.
Is that Framine? I think it is.
Come with me. I will raise you as my child, like a strict and unfeeling father.
Damn, that was amazing. Alright, now it is time to open Genshin. Let's go. I heard the story quest is like 5-6 hour long or something. So I am hoping to do some part of it, at least 1 or 2 hour of it. Or half of it. So you are still playing Genshin? How is your ping? And how is internet there? I haven't asked yet. Alright, it is time for stories quest. Let's hope I can do it. Yes. The child who doesn't exist. Go to Poson. It's a fine day. Yes, a fine day for a stroll around Poson. Let's activate the focused mode actually. I don't want any interruption.
It's been a while since we visited Poisson. Maybe we should head over and have a look around.
Yes, let's go.
Hey, traveler, Paimon.
Hey,
Oh,
Lily.
Paimon knows that voice.
And I knows that guy too.
Over here.
Oh, he was that far away. Lenny, it's been too long.
To borrow one of the more popular turns of phrase at the moment, this appears to be quite the fated reunion.
Yes.
Running into you two out of the blue like this has really made my day. I certainly wasn't expecting it.
You can say that again. What brings you to Poisson? Wait, Paimon's got it! You must be here for one of your magic
In
shows,
Poisson,
right?
I don't think
Actually,
have a
we've run
audience
into
here
a bit of
that much.
trouble on the home front, so Father arranged for us to stay in Poisson for the time being.
what happened?
Oh, are Lynette and Fremine here too?
Yep, along with most of the other members of the House of the Hearth.
Said,
You
"They
may
way
have
they
noticed
say
Poisson
Poisson."
seems a bit more
Poisson.
crowded than usual.
Yes, it's
So you're
French.
saying
It's
nearly
Poisson.
the entire organization has moved to Poisson? Sounds
I
like
used to
you've
call
run
it
into way more
poison.
than just a bit of trouble. What's really going on?
Then I heard them calling Poisson.
Since the two of you are so curious,
shit.
perhaps I can fill in the gaps.
Oh, you can fill any gap you want.
You scared Paimon half to death.
Father, you're here.
You know, on second thought, maybe we don't need to know.
Yes.
It's all probably super confidential House of the Hearth stuff, right? We totally weren't trying to pry or anything.
Paimon is scared of her,
No
actually.
need to be nervous. I could sense your genuine concern from your conversation just now. Of course,
Alright.
I can also understand your confusion. Sending so many Fatui here to Poisson, it's only natural that some might suspect an ulterior motive to be involved.
Do you have an ulterior motive? Well, we are a little curious. We still have our reservation about your organization. Just say the Fatui.
I understand. I'm well aware you've had your fair share of confrontations with the
Yes.
Fatui in the past, and I can't exactly guarantee that we'll remain on good terms in the future. As for right now, however, I would say we have little reason to be at odds, wouldn't you
Yep.
agree? The House of the Hearth could stand to be more open with those who have worked so closely with us in the past. As for the issue at hand, well, it hardly relates to any ulterior motive. To be frank, it all stems from a certain rumor circulating around the House of the Hearth. It's an internal matter.
What sort of rumor?
A rumor that a certain phantom child is hiding away in the House of the Hearth.
What the heck is a phantom child? Some sort of ghost story, maybe? I feel like I'm getting chills already.
A phantom child? Ooh, just hearing the name is giving
Oh,
mine
yeah,
on
she
the
is super scary.
A spirit that
course,
should have
stuff.
long ceased to exist is lurking in the shadows of the House of the Hearth. So I decided to bring the children to Poisson before continuing to investigate the situation. I expect I should be able to track down the spirit fairly quickly. After that, it's just a matter of resolving the situation, if you will. It shouldn't be much trouble at all. If you're curious, or if you still have some concerns, it might be advisable to stick around for a few days. I'm sure the children would be exceedingly pleased to
God, my
welcome
ears
some
are still
visitors.
hurting.
Lenny, I'll leave you to
Fatherless
entertain
Lumin.
our guests. I have some matters to attend to.
Of course, Father.
I couldn't help but feel intimidated during that conversation with the knave. Now that she is gone, it feels like I can finally breathe again. She also suggested that we stick around for a few days, but why? Alright, I'm going to stick around as long as I
It has long been a
can.
dream of mine to invite you to our home and introduce you to my other
Finally,
siblings.
are we going to see the whole family?
You're quite well known in the organization already. A lot of people have been
High Lab
talking
said,
about you,
"Why does
especially
he
after
love her
everything
so
with the
much?
prophecy.
She
If
doesn't
you're
even
willing,
have jiggle
why don't you
physics
stay a
loudly
while
crying
and have a
face.
little chat with us?
Because she can step on him. That's why.
Alright! We don't have anything else to do right now anyway. But let's be clear, we're just gonna be there as guests, okay? Don't get any funny. Oh, wait a second. For your guests, that probably
It
means we'll
always
be
note
treated
about
to
the
lots
jiggle
of yummy
physics.
food, right?
Of course. During our stay in Poisson, we've been helping out the locals with some fishing. We
That's
bring
the
in
only
quite
reason
the
people like
bounty
her.
every day.
She can step
In
on them
fact,
and they
today's
will be
the
happy
perfect
to
chance for me to show
be
you what I
stepped
can do
on.
in the kitchen. Let's go. I'll take you to where we're staying.
When the hearth flames goes out, huh? The title is so cheesy. Wait a second, let me see. Yeah, this is so amazing now that they do art like this. Oh, they are still living here. Oh shit, they are under the bridge actually. No, the whole house of Earth cannot stay in this one little cabin, I'm sure.
We rented this house from one of the locals to use as a temporary base. I'll come back later and tidy up a bit. After that, it should be all ready for you to stay
Oh, it is
in
one
tonight.
of the house.
Awesome, thanks! So
it is
where
for
are we
us. I
off
thought
to
the whole
now?
orphanage is
Well,
inside
when
that
I
one
happened
house.
to run into you two earlier, I was actually in the middle of distributing some supplies. With this many people staying in Poisson, we have to bring in outside supplies every now and then. I should
makes sense.
probably make
Poisson
sure
is
the
like
rest of these
literally
provisions get
garbage.
delivered. Otherwise, people might start to get antsy.
Okay, we'll come with. There are all sorts of rumors about your organization floating around out there. Paimon's not sure if she could even take a wild guess as to what's true and what's not. But now that we finally have the chance to see a day in the life of the house, we can take a good look at how you operate.
Yep.
Well, you're more than welcome to come along. Just follow me.
Oh no. They should put a little Lenny beside us so we can follow him. Oh, let's see. Are these the kids?
Linny, you're finally here. The supplies. I'm assuming you've...
Brought them with me? Yep, here you go. Hello? Something caught your eye?
It's the Traveler in Paimon!
Oh yes, we are famous. I forgot. We literally saved the whole nation.
Way! Come here, everyone! Hurry! The Traveler and Paimon are here!
Yes, yes,
The
make a
highlight
line.
said, not my brother trying to find in which
One at a
directory I
time,
install
please.
Genshin on his
Don't crowd
laptop
around them
loudly
all at
crying
once. We don't want to scare off our guests now, do we?
Oh, it's
Wait, he
alright.
wants to play too, or
Gotta say,
he
Paimon
wants to
didn't
delete
realize
it?
you were this famous.
What's happening?
Of course! Father and Linny have told us so much about you.
Father told us about how you helped Linny.
You
According
can
to
easily
her,
find
you're
it
a
using the
trustworthy
Hoyle
friend.
map.
And as far as she's concerned, that's pretty much the
There is
highest
literally a
compliment we've
button
ever heard
there
her
to
give.
open the installed
As you can
files.
imagine, everyone's been very
The
curious
folder
about
where
you.
the files are installed.
I heard the Traveler is so strong that she can move a mountain with her bare hands.
I can,
heard
yes.
Paimon eats so much that she can clean out the entire
That is
pantry
actually
and hotel
true.
decor in just 3 days.
Not just 3, in 3
Wait a
hours.
second, that's the rumor you heard about Paimon? Oh, not cool at all.
A High Lab Dull said, he doesn't know how PCs work, bro. I told him it installs somewhere in C drive in program files.
Mine's also a bit of a stretch.
Oh wait!
Oh,
When
no.
guests
Why
visit,
is he
you're supposed
actually
to
looking
give
for
them
the
gifts and
directory?
stuff, right?
He wants to move
we
it?
don't need something like that.
Or something else?
Besides, we don't have anything to give to you.
Well, it is technically in
Come
the,
on,
I think,
why
program
insist?
files.
I can give you some of my new potions. Just pick your poison. And by that, I mean medicine or actual poison. I've got both.
Oh my god.
Or maybe
High Lab Dull
Shaplo can
said,
teach you guys
he
about
definitely
stealth.
wants to
He's
uninstall
super
it.
good at it. He's never been
Why?
caught.
Just move it to another folder
Ah, now
so that
that's
you
not a bad
don't
idea.
have to download
I know you usually prefer
70,
to
80
fight head
GB
on,
again.
but it never hurts to expand your bag of tricks,
You can
right?
actually move to
When
anywhere.
it comes to eliminating your enemies, staying quiet can go a long way.
Move the game's
Trust
file
me,
to
I
another
would know.
drive and
I was poisoned not
in
too
the
long ago,
Hoyle
and I'm
app,
still dealing with
you
the
can
after
just select
effects.
where the game is
So I'm not
installed.
quite as good as I
That's
was
it.
before, but I can still give you some pointers.
Wait. When you said gifts, Paimon didn't think you meant poison and stealth tactics.
Actually, we
Those
need
are the
stealth
best
tactics.
things we can give you. You don't like them?
Oh my god, these little shits are assassins.
How about this? Tell me the name of someone who really annoys you, and we'll teach him a lesson for you.
Alright, his name is Child. If you can just...
A High Lab
All
Dull
right,
said,
Fold,
he found it
Selwar.
flushed face.
I think that's enough suggestions for now. When it comes
Just
to
tell
being
him
a
to
good
move it
host,
somewhere else.
it's the thought that counts. You don't need a physical gift to make our guests happy. In fact, pestering them with suggestion
why
after
does he want to
suggestion
delete
might
it?
make them more annoyed than anything. I would say your
Does the
enthusiasm
C drive
has
don't have
certainly
any
gotten
more
across.
space?
Really?
Absolutely. We definitely feel the love, yes.
Awesome! It's been so long since we have had
Wait,
guests
there
to
are only
play
2
with.
kids here.
If there's
What about the
anything you
others?
need, just let us know.
Yeah, especially if it's poison or something. I've got all sorts of potions for that.
Oh my god, what is
well,
she training
we'll
for
talk
actually?
to you all later. We've still got supplies to distribute.
All
So
right,
there are
see you
more.
later.
Alright. Let's move on.
Bye!
Lenny, about all that poison and stuff tactics talk just now.
Scared you, did it? That kind of talk comes with being part of the House of the Hearth. When Foltz was really young, he strangled all of his family pets, just out of curiosity. He was labeled a dangerous
Strangle
problem
his
child
pets?
and was
Not
abandoned by his
pets.
family.
Kill him.
Elwar has an unnatural obsession with potions. Father has forbidden her from trying all the different concoctions she comes up with, but she still tries to test them in secret. You really have to
No,
keep
the
an eye
poison
on
is
that
still
one.
fine. That guy
Chapeau
chopped
is
his
around
pets.
my age. While I'm mainly responsible
He's
for
a
collecting
menace.
intelligence, he handles surveillance. He's very passionate about his work and has no reservations about taking on some very difficult missions. I know you two probably aren't used to that kind of talk, but I can promise
That
you
is a
they only
little
have the
psycho
best of
behavior.
intentions. Things like stealth tactics and developing different poisons, they really mean a lot to them. They were just trying to share the best of what they could offer, that's all.
Alright, next is there some more kids. I only see adults though. What the heck is happening there? Who is on cooking duty? What are these ingredients?
Filio, supplies are here.
Thanks.
Oh, some more kids
And
there.
who are these two? Outsiders?
Wait a
Allow
second.
me to introduce
This
you.
voice.
This is the Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, you're the famous duo I've been hearing so much about. It's nice to meet you. I heard you've traveled to all sorts of places. Is that true?
Of course! We're making our way all across to that!
At a high lab Dulce.
Oh,
I don't know
good
if
for
I should wait
you.
to play for the new update
You must be
after the
pretty
end
familiar
voice
with
comes.
Fontaine by now then.
Oh,
Have you seen the new opera
there
that
is none.
started running recently?
No English voice in
I
that.
think it's called... The 4,000 Thieves?
Oh, this is the first we've heard of
Yeah,
it.
I don't think it will have English
It
voice.
seems like it's going to be fantastic. From
Because
what I've been able to
I
tell
think
from
the
the
Venti
posters
said he's
anyway,
still waiting
you should definitely check it out if you
to
have
go
the
back
time.
to work or something like
Oh,
that. And
there's the blind
there
maiden,
was none voice
too.
in the
That one is supposed to have audience
trailer. It
interaction.
was fully Japanese.
Seems pretty interesting. After this mission is over, I think I'll go get a manicure.
Oh, maybe I should dye my hair. Wonder how much it'll cost.
Is it just Paimon, or do these two seem much easier to get along with than the others? Looks like the
And
House of the
let's
Hearth
see
has some
when
normal
it
members
comes
after
out.
all.
I think it is coming
I
out
heard
on
that.
Oh!
when they said it. I forgot actually.
Oops.
Some said it is like
I'm guessing you're
0910,
referring to
the date they
Foltz
put
and the
there.
others.
But I'm not
yeah,
so sure.
We're definitely not all like them.
I bet those crazies are
But the Nord
practically
Kra is going to be
foaming
a
at the
whole
mouth right
region on its own, just
I'm
like
sure they just can't wait to get back to
Natlan and
Snezhnaya and
Fontaine.
carry out
The whole
plan.
Nord Kra will be a
That's enough,
region.
Filio.
Yesterday I saw unknown users streaming
Don't
and
talk
playing
about
TCG.
family members
Yes,
behind
he was
their
playing
back,
TCG
right?
on Twitch, I think.
Whatever. Let's go.
Guess this is goodbye then. If you ever have some time, we should go see the opera together.
I think one day I have to finish all the side quests in Honkai. I have lots
Well,
of them pending.
that's it for the supplies.
And story quest
We
too.
should
I haven't
probably
done
head
any
back
story
as well.
quest there. And I will
Well,
also
they
do
didn't
all
seem
of
too
these
happy
story
with
quests
each
one
other.
by one.
Seems like there could be something more going on here.
We should observe
At a
for
high
now.
lab Dulce
It's
said,
better not to
"Does
pry.
Twitch pay you money for steaming
You're
or
right.
followers?"
We're only here
Nope,
as guests
nothing.
after all.
Not even monetize on Twitch.
Winnie's getting super far ahead. Come on, let's catch up.
I need, I think, 50 followers to become a partner or something. After that, there will be ads on the live stream, just like how YouTube has ads. And then I will earn through those ads.
So, what do you think of the members you've met so far?
Yeah, they certainly got a lot of personalities.
Well, Father is always encouraging us to be strong-willed and independent. So if there's one thing we've got, it's people who aren't afraid to speak their mind. Well, I should probably get cooking. Wanna join?
Wait, you can cook?
Then let's head out and... Fremine? What are you doing here?
He's staring into the box.
Well,
oh, shit. Or what are you hiding like that?
Hey, nice to see you again.
Well,
Abdul said,
you too.
really want ads
I heard you're here as guests of House of the Hearth.
yeah,
Welcome.
Steve is Giga Chad for
We were
that.
just going to make some
Well,
food.
they earn so much already.
Why don't you come along? I could use some help in the kitchen, and I seem to remember you mentioning you wanted to make
And they are
seafood
very
soup
strict
for the
regarding
traveler
what
in
they do
Paimon.
actually.
Seafood soup? Oh, Paimon's drooling already.
Were you looking for something just now, Fremine? Maybe I can help.
It's nothing. I just wanted to see if there were any extra supplies.
And it's not
Yeah,
like in
we've
Steam.
got some left over.
It's
What
like
do you
in
need?
games which you paid for.
Some food and water.
Oh yeah,
and some
the
clean cloth.
billboard stuff.
If possible.
Literally, how like in GTA
problem.
there are lots of
Give me a second
ads,
here.
but those are like
Food,
fake in games ads.
Water.
They actually want to put ads in there.
Wait a minute. What do you need all of those for? You're not on any
Yeah, that is
missions
so
as
shitty.
far
Like
as I'm
we have
aware.
to watch
And
in-game
you're
ads
just going
too.
to come eat with us. So what's this all about?
I thought I'd grab an extra portion because I get hungry at night. Could be because I'm growing, you know? And...
Fremine. You remember what I told you? You're not like me. Your lying skills still need some work.
Yeah, lying skill needs some
Tell
work.
me
Just
what's
say
going on.
you are bad at lying.
Is it really bad enough that you have to keep it from your own brother?
Maybe it'll be better if we gave them
No,
some
Paimon,
space.
now I'm interested. Let us hear.
This is the first time I've seen that kind of look on your face.
Wait, is he the one who
Whatever
has
happened?
seen the ghost kid?
Does it have
or
something
something?
to do with Father?
yes. Just follow me.
Alright, if you say so. Where actually? That way. Not going to lie, Poson is not the best place in Fontaine. Yep. Isn't she the same kid that Arlecchino stabbed?
with you this time.
We
Hello,
just saw in
my
the
name's Linny. I grew up in the
video.
House of the Hearth. And you are?
Yeah, that's why they should put the video
Hi,
in
Linny.
game.
I'm also
Otherwise
a child
it
of the
is-
House of the Hearth.
You will
just like
forget.
you.
You will
You
forget
can call me
who's yours.
Clairvy.
Yeah, Clairvy.
Clairvy?
Literally same name.
It's
Who could
nice
he
to
be?
meet you.
Does
So that's
that
the
name
one.
ring any
Yes,
bells,
actually,
Lenny?
because we
No,
just saw the past
not
story.
at all. That's not a name we have on our roster, I'm sure of it.
So
What
she's
I'm
dead.
not
We know
sure
that.
of, though,
So that's a ghost.
is how she managed to sneak in. She must be the phantom child
Yeah,
Father's been
Abdul
searching
said.
for.
Wait, isn't she the girl
From the
that
looks of
dies?
it,
Yes,
I'm guessing
she
you were the
is
one that found her,
Clairvy.
Fremine.
She's the one with Arlecchino in the
haven't told
old childhood
Father,
stuff,
have you?
and then Arlecchino stabbed
No,
her,
I haven't told anyone. I've
and
just
then
been
she snapped on the mother.
keeping her hidden.
For
So
how
she's a
long?
ghost because she's still the kid. She looks
About
literally same,
half a month now.
and we know she has grown
So
actually.
ever since we got to Poisson, then, do you have any idea what you're doing?
I know what I'm doing.
Really? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you're hiding the very person Father has been trying to find.
And
Father
I
finds out
got an
about this,
Exa in
everyone involved is
Honkai
going to
Star
be
Rail,
punished.
and
You know the rules
I
of the
lost
house,
my
Fremine.
50-50 on his
I
light
know
cone
you
actually.
do. Father doesn't tolerate any form of betrayal. So why are you doing this?
Now I'm looking for ways to
I've
earn
thought
more
it through.
stellar jades.
And
Because
I
now
just
I'm on
can't hand her
guarantee
over
and
like
I'm
that.
tempted to get that light
Linny,
cone.
Don't you remember last year?
What is she doing there?
Chaplot nearly died after getting poisoned during that one mission. He wasn't able to get back before the poison started taking effect, and not a single person was there to help him. That night, while I was sleeping, I heard a voice telling me to go save him.
Oh, she's looking for the
I opened my eyes,
children's,
but I couldn't
as a
find the
ghost.
source of the voice. I thought maybe I was just hearing things, but I went to look for him anyway. Luckily, I got there with enough time to save his life. That feeling of being haunted, of hearing voices, it's happened many times in the House of the Hearth. I'm sure you've noticed.
So what you're saying is, that was her? She was the one who spoke to you that night?
Unless there are other spirits roaming around the House of the Hearth, I don't think there's any other possibility. If Clairvy were our enemy, it wouldn't matter whether she was a spirit or an actual child. I would have acted without a second thought, because that's what Father ordered us to do. But she's been living with us, helping us from the shadows all this time.
Why Unreal Engine though?
I think that makes
What are
her
you
family.
making there?
I couldn't just hand her over to be dealt with. Not when there's so much we still don't know.
And does Unreal Engine take too much space?
So
Well, if
what's
you're
your
actually
plan,
making
then?
something, then
you
yes.
can't keep her here forever.
Otherwise, it is
Someone
not
is
that
bound to find out
big
eventually.
I haven't thought that far yet. I don't want to disobey an order from Father.
For
but I
Genshin, if
also
you have
don't want to put
multiple
Clairvy in danger.
Come with
this,
me. There are a
you
couple
can move
things
its
I'd like to
files
say
to
to you
another
in
one.
private.
I have been meaning to make a game for some time, but didn't knew it took 13 GB.
Yeah, 13 GB is fine because whatever assets you use, it will download those. And
Those two sure care a lot about
like
each
build up
other.
actually. Lot of storage.
Well, they got a funny way of showing it. From where Paimon was floating, it sure seemed like they were about to bite each other's heads off.
No way! They have a really deep bond. I could tell right away,
Yes.
because I also have a friend like that. I just don't know how long that kind of bond can last.
What do you mean?
The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
Huh?
I'm sorry, Linny. I really didn't mean to drag anyone else into this.
Oh, really? You didn't mean to? 'Cause I, for one, wish you did.
Huh?
Yeah, you should
What
have
do you mean?
told me
You
before.
know, when we were younger, you didn't call me Linny. You called me brother, just like Lynette.
Yeah, so why
We grew
stop?
up together, the three of us. We were all orphans, all rescued by Father. Of all the siblings in the House of the Hearth, I think our bond was the closest. Later on, when you started calling me Linny, I wasn't actually surprised. After all, Lynette and I are related by blood. We've had to depend on each other to survive long before we joined the house.
Linny,
The darkest and most difficult moments of my life happened before you and I had ever met. I'm sure that's true for you as well. Even so, Fremen.
So you don't have any
we've
space
stood
in
by
C,
each other
C
for
drive.
all these years
Why is
now,
he
and to me,
deleting those apps?
that means more than blood.
Unknown said,
You and Lynette are the most important
Oh,
people
no.
in my life.
I think
No
we
one
won the
can
bet.
replace you. So I won't let you face anything
Bro, we
alone.
literally won the bet. I'm like,
Not if I can
the
help
first comment will be this.
Oh, looks
and
like
it
things
is
are getting kind of
literally.
between Linny and Fremine. Maybe we should go check on them.
I told you rolling on the floor laughing.
And I believed you.
It's raining. I should put my clothes away.
What clothes? You are a ghost. Yes, she vanished. She's a ghost.
Hey, you two! Hope we aren't interrupting anything. Like a fight.
And bro,
or-
she's not even on the screen.
Wait a minute, Fremine. You're not
And he still
crying, are
commented
you?
that.
Is everything all right?
everything's fine. Thanks for asking.
Well, we're all friends
Hold on,
here,
bro.
right?
Where are you?
We've been through so much together, so if there's anything we can do to help, just say the word.
It's just a small family dispute. It's not something our guests should trouble themselves with.
Abdul said, she didn't
In
even
fact,
appear and yet he yelled
it
mommy.
might be better if your
Yep.
stay ended here.
But sometimes having guests around can come in handy. Yes, and I am the traveler.
What do you getting at, Traveler?
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes
that's
are
what I
less
meant,
likely
actually.
to escalate. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it?
Exactly. I think it will be better if we stick around.
I just... Thank you. I was really hoping to keep you out of it. But even if I could think of some other reason to turn you away, I'm not sure I could convince you. I know things could turn dangerous, so I promise you this. From now on, I'll protect you like my life depends on it.
Me too.
I think I am strong enough.
Back to the matter at hand then. If we don't plan on handing Clairvy over to Father, then our only other option is to solve the mystery of her identity before Father is able to track her down. That means finding out where she came from and what she's doing here. Then we can send her on her merry way and pretend like none of this ever happened.
That's not Oro
I've
Warrior,
tried
that's
that
a
already.
warrior who desperately fights for Oro like where is your mustache?
And?
It is there, bro.
And
I think
nothing.
the frogs swim upstream,
I tried
I
taking her
think.
somewhere really far away, but
That's something
after
they
some
can do
time,
actually.
she just
And
reappeared.
most fishes can do that too.
She even came with us all the way to Poisson. It seems like wherever the house is,
So maybe it
she
came from
follows.
the drain actually.
I don't know much about spirits. Do you two have any ideas?
Let's see here. Paimon remembers hearing something like...
It
if
is
you
fucked up,
fulfill a
but I can
spirit's
tell
last
you,
wish
if you
before
put
they died,
very
they'll let go
hot
of
water,
whatever's keeping them here and return to the
it
ley
will go
lines.
away.
Oh, it's just that Paimon doesn't really remember where she heard that, so...
Or if you just want to
it's not
leave the frog
guaranteed to
alone,
work or
then
anything.
just leave it.
Well, sounds like it's worth a
Otherwise, I
shot.
told you what to do.
Guess that means we should go ask her about her wish.
Nah, he isn't
First,
farming Ora now. He
Fremine,
is farming
I
intelligence.
need you to promise
Yes,
me
bro.
something.
What
I'm
is
putting
it?
everything into my int.
I need you to
Look
promise
at these
me that this will
glasses.
stay between the
They
two
gave
of
me
us.
plus 100.
We're the masterminds behind this whole thing. No one else gets involved. Can you do that for me?
Of course.
His fan would like.
I promise.
All right. Then let's seal the promise just like when we were kids.
How long
Fist
is this
bump on
quest anyway?
tree.
Is it really like
Ready?
6 hours long or something?
1, 2, 3.
I swear.
Huh? Oh, these guys. I thought I was also in it too.
Unknown said, I do at least know that it's very long.
Whoa!
And I am very sure that this is the very big as far as I.
Alright, then we have to actually
But
split it, I
what a
think, in
surprise.
multiple live stream.
What brings
Unknown
you here,
said,
dear sister?
Remember what?
And, when exactly did you
Yeah,
get here?
she was here all along. She's literally a cat, bro.
You're an idiot, brother.
Unknown said, I meant
And
to
you
say as
too,
far as I
Fremine.
remember, but I pressed send button too soon.
Oh,
At a high
You
level
3,
said,
Traveler.
JP
And you
is
4, Paimon.
Baka.
Wait, what did we do?
Japanese is better.
I've seen Clairvy around the House of the Heart
When I was
before.
playing Japanese, you guys
I
were
hadn't seen her
saying do it in
Poisson,
English.
So I figured she must not have come with us. But it turns out
Now
you
I'm doing
were
it in
just hiding
English.
her. I heard you talking about
Japanese
your
is
plan.
better.
Rather than steering clear of the situation, I'd rather fully join in.
I think for some voices Japanese is better. But I think Doublet is better in English.
If you don't agree,
Surina is
I'll have no choice
better
but to
in
report
English.
everything back to Father.
Unknown said,
Simple as
now
that.
you knowledge warrior.
You're not giving us
Alright,
much
now
wiggle
I'm
room
knowledge
here,
warrior.
Lynette.
I'm not Aura
Well,
Warrior
I
anymore.
guess we're all in this together then. After we talk to Clairvy, we'll figure out our next move. There's no time to lose. Let's go.
Oh, let us about the Clairvy's origin. She's literally here.
I'm full. Thank you for bringing me this food, you guys. She said she's full, but the food doesn't look like it's even been touched.
Well, she's a spirit. She can't actually eat.
That's right. Based on what I've been able to observe, it doesn't seem like Clairvy can interact with the physical world at all. Still, when she's presented with food, she'll always linger around it for a good little while. Maybe, in her mind, she really is eating those things.
Does she not remember
Does
that
she
she's
know
dead?
that she has already passed away?
Yeah.
I've tried to ask her,
Unknown
but
said,
she didn't answer.
Because she is dead as fuck.
Yes,
My
we
guess
just saw
is that
the
she's just as
animated
confused as we are.
video just
Or
before the stream. Or at the
maybe
beginning
she
of the
couldn't
stream,
understand
actually.
the question at all.
Not before.
Clairvy, if you've
That's
got
why
some
I
time,
recognized her
I'd like to ask you a few
instantly.
questions.
High Lab Dull said, Bro,
Sure.
she just a girl.
Oh, another new friend.
High Lab Dull said,
Hi, I'm
Kid.
Clairvy.
Hello.
Clairvy, how did you join the House of the Hearth?
She was here.
Huh? Isn't it the same for everybody? The knave brings you here and then you can't leave.
You can't leave.
It's just that your name, it's not on the roster. And I've never seen you before.
The
Oh,
roster?
so she is having a memory loss.
I get it now. I think there might be some things you don't know about this place. The people in charge, they're not as nice as they
Unknown
look.
said, she
They
got
say they
rain-coked
keep
by
a
Mommy
roster,
Cappuccino.
but it's not complete.
Yes, I know.
There are a lot of
just saw
people
the
who aren't on it,
video actually.
and never will be. In this house, some people are family, and other people
For house
are
kami
just test
the hoyo is
subjects.
sometimes
Those kinds of people aren't
they missed
ever
a
going
chance
to
to
get a
make
place on the roster.
the mother playable.
Lab Dull said,
Unless
she
it's
is
the roster
definitely
of
very
people
different from how
who've been
NPCs look
executed.
in Genshin.
Wait,
Unknown
does that
said,
mean the knave?
She was turned into
She-
Swiss cheese by Mommy.
Is
Yes,
there anyone that can vouch for you?
just say Arlecchino.
Perry, she's my
Oh.
best friend. She's the
Pierre
only
is
one
not
I
your
trust
best
in this
friend.
place.
Wait, is Arlecchino's name
Have
Pierre?
either of you heard of that name before?
No.
Because
Me neither.
I think yes, I heard it only once during the
Perry.
short.
Neither of those names are on the roster. But it seems like she's telling the truth. Either that, or this kid's already got a bag of tricks bigger than mine.
Unknown said, but it's impossible
Maybe
for the
we
voice
should
to
try a
speech to
different
say it, so that's
approach.
why I instead choose that
Clairvy.
nickname.
Do you have a wish?
A wish?
It can be anything you want. Just imagine. It's your birthday, you're blowing out the candles, and your wish is...
Oh Lord, why the silence?
High Lab Dull said, yeah bro, like I bought it in 2
To
seconds.
go outside, where the sun can find me.
Go outside.
That's
You
it?
are already touching the
Wow,
grass,
that
I
sounds
think.
easy enough.
The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine.
Oh, no one can get
no
out
one
alive.
can get out alive.
That's what she means, go outside.
Unknown said, come on, man, I swear on being honest.
What did she mean by
Also,
that? Things
why did
can't
you
be
accuse
this
me
simple.
for being no better than a Minecraft YouTuber? Just then.
Okay, time to divide and conquer. Listen up. I've got a plan. I'll try and find a way to use basic illusory magic to take Clairvy outside and bring her somewhere with sunlight. Lynette, try and find the list of executions that Clairvy was talking
I have
about
no
and
idea
see
how
if her name is on it.
YouTubers are even.
Fremine, you stay in Poisson. We can't be the only ones who've had run-ins with
Oh,
Clairvy.
no.
I need you to
Now
collect
he has to
intel on
explain
everything
the
she said
Minecraft
and done.
YouTuber's lore.
Understood.
I'll try my best.
What about us? What should we do?
Do anything?
I really appreciate your willingness to help, but this is a family matter.
I'm serious,
I don't want to
know
drag you
really.
in too deep. It's too risky. Let me think. Since Father considers you to be guests, maybe you could stick by her side for a little while.
Oh,
You
to
don't need to
distract
do
the
anything
father.
except keep up some nice, casual
Yes,
conversation.
definitely.
Ah,
That's what I
Paimon
live
gets
for.
it. You
Oh
want us
shit,
to
the
be
electricity is gone. How should we contact you?
I'll give you a magic bird. If
Unknown
Father
said,
suspects something,
"Let's just
all
say
you need
that
to
there
do
are
is
some
release it
people
when
in
she's
this
not
world who
looking,
like their
and
steak
it'll alert
undercooked."
me that something's wrong. Of course, that's only as a last resort. If
Let's
Father
just say
doesn't seem
of
to
all
notice
the
us,
file
there's no
formats,
need to make contact.
like the
We'll
PDF
reconvene
files
here
the
tonight
most.
after all's said and done. If the worst case scenario happens and we're
Alright.
discovered, just tell Father everything. We're not going to let our guests get punished for our own actions. That's where we draw the line.
Yeah, I don't think she can punish me. Or maybe she can punish me all she wants. Be careful.
You too. Okay, this is where we part. Father should be at the beach nearby.
Alright, let's go. It's time to...
Unknown said,
I really
she
hope
can
this
punish
goes
me
well.
with a good time.
Yes.
No.
Yeah,
It
Ayn was
has to go
asking...
well. That's the only way
Father
this
don't
can
have
get
jiggle
resolved.
physics. Why do you like her then? So you have
High
to...
Lab Dull said, there is one particular bird here which has a unique call. It's haunting
Clairvy,
and scary.
I'd like to take you somewhere. Is that okay with you?
Huh? Which bird?
Sure. Where are we going?
It is not like those animals, right? That makes crying baby voices. Those are literally scary. Oh, we have to go there. All right, let's.
Unknown said, sometimes it's genuinely about the stats and the looks of their weapon honestly, mostly. High Lab Dull said, yeah bro she doesn't have jiggle physics.
Look at this humming. Wait a second. Is that a child I see?
Unknown said, but I'm not gonna lie, over 69% off.
It's the
The
name.
reason is about the
and
bakery and the
child.
2 planets. Those strong women are carrying each.
Hey, aren't you supposed to be in Snezhnaya recuperating?
And why is his nickname Child actually?
Even though she
Oh,
doesn't have
it's you
jiggle
two.
physics, she is
I didn't
supposed
expect
to
to
be
run into
scary
you
and
here.
intimidating, so it fits her design well.
Yep.
I was unconscious for quite a while after the fight in the Primordial Sea. After I woke up, I realized I was being taken back to Snezhnaya. And well, I couldn't have that now, could I? Not when I've still got unfinished business here in Fontaine.
What unfinished business?
So, I mustered up all my strength and made
Yeah,
the journey
what was
back
he
on my
here?
own.
What
To
sort of
begin with.
unfinished business are we talking here?
It has to do with Skirk, my master. I really wanted to meet up with her, but by the time I got back, she had already left. I still have so many questions for her. Without any other leads, all I could do was ask the knave to help me track her down.
Go ask
She must
Monsieur
have left
Noulet.
behind some traces from her time in Fontaine.
He has something, I think.
So,
Maybe.
have you found any clues?
Unfortunately,
High Lab Dull
no.
said,
While the
"Then
House
I
of the
asked,
Hearth
why
is
do I
adept
see
at collecting
shorts
all
of women
manner
and
of
child
intelligence,
ships?"
certain existences
Yeah, because
can
when
still
he
manage
first
to
met her, he
escape
said,
our
"Hey, girly."
purview.
That's it. That's why.
Basically, unless
That's the
Master
whole
feels
reason.
there's a need to meet with me, she's not going to be found. But that problem has an easy fix. I just need to become stronger, and then...
Paimon thinks you should focus
Yeah.
on getting better
He's
first.
dying, literally.
the worst of it is over. It's all thanks to that one kid from the House of the Hearth.
Huh?
Elwar, I think her name was. She gave me a bunch of random potions to drink. They
Yeah,
didn't go
she
down
is
easy,
testing on
let me
him.
tell
I
you.
love it.
Pain and chills
I
all
just-
over.
I
But
just
they
told
really
her to
did help
do
speed up my recovery.
it on him.
And that's good,
And
because it
he's
looks like I
already
really
taking
do have
poison
to head
from
back
her.
this time. The old man's been putting the pressure on me. He sent someone to tell me
No,
I'm
why
needed
the
for some
stuttering?
sort of project.
Project Stuja?
Like, is
Yeah,
that...
that's the one. I heard Regrador's involved too. I'm not looking forward to having to listen to all his monologuing, that's for sure. Hey, maybe you could think of a way for me to stay in Fontaine for a little longer. Helping Linny and the others brush up on their fighting skills would be far more interesting. If you and I could spar, that would be even better.
High
I've been
Lab
waiting
Dull
for a
said,
chance to see you
"How
go
long is
all
this,
out.
basically?"
And what a sweet
5 to
little
6 hours
daydream that
from what I
is.
have
Unknown
checked
said,
But
online.
I also
"Please
have a
don't
role
say
to
that
play in all
front of the
this.
sim.
I'll be leaving
Otherwise,
Fontaine shortly
she will
as
become a
well.
water dispenser if she
Besides,
hears you
considering how
talking about
little they
child
see
from 10
fit to
miles
step
away.
outside the homeland, being called on to
no, she
return to
likes him too.
Snezhnaya by such illustrious dignitaries. What a great honor. Wouldn't you agree?
Huh?
One I could do without, I'd say.
Is it just Paimon? Or does it kind of seem like they're...
Just casually trash talking their colleagues behind their backs. Yes.
So, dear guests of the House of the
Trash talking
Hearth,
behind backs
to
is
what do
crazy.
I owe the visit?
Well, we just...
Unknown said, I swear on my life I'm not joking. Yesterday when I told her that I have child's card, I am very sure that I heard and even sniffed her becoming a water dispenser across the earth.
No. I wanted to learn more about you. Oh, yes.
Right! We're super close to Linny and the others, but we still don't know much about you!
Is that so? Introductions have already been made, have
No,
they
not like that.
Oh, well, you see? There's only so much you can learn about someone from a short introduction. At least tell us something a little extra.
Yeah,
like,
why are you the father?
Why do you call yourself father?
I have one
Good
guy
question.
here who call you mommy.
I'd also like to know.
So you
The
have
fact
to
that you have to
Unknown
ask
said,
reprimand
tells
him
me
also,
our intelligence
apart
work
off
has
the
been quite
Fatui
successful.
headquarters in Reddit.
Telling you the answer to that question would only serve to undermine
High
that
Lab Dull
success.
said,
And we
Paymons
can't
is
have
playing the
that.
death card.
Now can we?
Yes.
Spoken like a true diplomat. That was some
Sometimes
expert
Paimon is going to
sidestepping
die
right
by
there.
one of these Fatui's
Well,
hand.
if there's nothing else, I think I'll take my leave. I still have a small matter to
no.
resolve at home.
She's still leaving.
Wait,
Let's
don't
attack
go!
her. Oh no. Paimon gave it away. If the knave leaves right now, she is sure to run into Lini and Clairvier. Should I release the bird Lini gave us? No, we should try get her talking about something else first.
Unknown said,
About the House of the Heart,
honestly, I
what does
respect
the
her bravery
organization mean
because
to you?
despite how much of a pussy she truly
I'd
is,
also like to
she
hear
is
the
still
answer to
very
this.
brave and she is loyal
I've met
to
some of the
Traveler.
members of your
And
organization,
there she is.
they all seemed like really good kids. They actually reminded me of Tonya and Tusser. Which, by the way, if you ever betray them, I'm just
Yes.
letting you know, I won't let you off
One
easy.
of you is calling her father,
why would
other
I
one is
betray
calling her
them?
mommy. What is
Well,
going on
you've
here? You
already
have to
betrayed
choose.
the House of the Hearth once, haven't you? At least, that's what I
Yeah,
heard.
that is not a betrayal.
Unknown said, whatever you do not call his name. Otherwise,
Okay,
she is going to
I
become
admit.
a water dispenser
That's just what
like
the old man
yesterday.
told me. The rooster, I mean.
One is father, one is mommy, but both is sibling.
A High Lab
Yep.
Dull said, one is father, one is mommy. But both is simping.
Captain Lover said, water dispenser?
The knave betrayed the House of the Heart. So does that mean what Clairvier said was true? Does the knave really treat her children like the test subject? I am sure. Oh, lad, we already was animated.
Wait,
Stop.
did you really...
High
So
Lab
we know
Dull
she's
said,
talking about the
That's
mother.
the
call your Arl.
Never mind what
Only
I've done.
because I have
I'm
her
more
and respect
curious as
her.
to what the mighty rooster had to say. Care to enlighten me?
Oh no, everyone has their
well,
own
nothing
nickname now.
much. Just some stuff about you taking out many other members of the House of the
High Lab
Hearth,
Dull said,
and even going so
though
far
she
to
is
attack your
fictional.
own family.
That has nothing to do
I see.
with being fictional or not. You
Based
can
on
call
your
her
reaction,
what you want.
I'm guessing it's all a bunch of lies.
Oh shit.
Hardly. I don't appreciate his particular
Unknown said,
turns of
Who
phrase.
the hell said you
But I
cannot
suppose he
respect
didn't say
somebody yet
anything
goon off to them?
untrue.
Secretly.
Although it would be more accurate to say that there is a certain level of prejudice involved. But
Oh
I
shit.
don't intend to clear that up just yet.
Captain Lover
Prejudice
said,
has a funny way of
Fancy Man
concealing
too.
the real truth
Who is
behind
the
certain
fancy man?
things. An attribute that I find to be quite
Rooster is
advantageous.
him.
Call yourself a
assume.
Fontanian, for example, and people will assume all sorts of
Captain Lover
things,
said,
when the real
Oh,
truth
the
is
regrettor.
that this is simply the land where I was raised.
Captain Lover said,
Oh,
You're not
Rooster
actually
is
from
Pulcinella.
Fontaine?
oh.
But then, why did you try to help out
I'm
with
sure
the
she
prophecy and
trash
everything?
talk about everyone
I was
behind
trying
their
to
back.
protect the children born in Fontaine. Claiming that I myself was a Fontanian simply made it easier to operate. People would hardly suspect a fellow Fontanian of having any ulterior motives. Who wouldn't want to save their homeland after all? The primordial sea wouldn't have any effect on me, but it would have caused great harm to the House
Wait,
of
why?
the Hearth.
She is Fontanian.
You wanted extra
Why wouldn't it have
information,
effect on
didn't
him
you?
or her?
There you go. I hope that satisfied your curiosity.
Captain Lover said she isn't Fontanian.
Oh, so she lied. I thought she was Fontanian all along. Wait a second, let me read. So much for learning anything else about her betrayal. She probably only revealed that other secret in order to change the subject. Yes, it seems like she is trying to avoid talking about her past.
So, you stayed in Fontaine for the kids.
I told you that
I guess I was wrong to believe you'd betray them. Apologies. Looks like I was holding on to some prejudices
Well, the captain is retired.
Good.
He's not captain
Like
anymore.
I said, I like it when others have misconceptions of me.
Actually,
no.
while I was recuperating at the House of the Hearth, there was something else that really caught my attention.
What?
I heard that members always resolve disputes and arguments with a friendly spar.
Oh my
and the
god,
loser
get this
has to back
battle
down.
junkie out of this nation.
Seems pretty cool if you ask me. Would also
I
give
think
them
he will
plenty of
thrive in Dragon
opportunities to
Ball
hone
Z
their
universe.
skills.
Like him and
Well,
Goku
that's
will be
only
fighting
recent
for centuries.
development. In the past, such
And there will
spars
be
weren't nearly
peace
so
in all the universes.
friendly. The losing party would lose everything,
Unknown
including
said,
their life.
I agree with you.
They were
bro,
that high
because he
stakes?
retired so hard that
Ooh,
he
at
retired
least
from
that's not a thing
existence and
anymore.
turned into a statue.
Well, the current
For good.
atmosphere's not half bad.
Bro, don't say
I'm
for
a bit
good.
jealous, actually. You've got so many family members
He's technically
around
not a
you, and you
statue.
even
That
get
is
to live
still
with
a
them.
body.
Having a lot of family around means dealing with a considerable amount of bickering and scheming. Once Tonya and Tusser enter their rebellious phase, I'm sure you'll understand.
Oh no.
Just imagine. Tusser becomes obsessed
Oh,
with
shit.
plucking out strands from the rooster's mustache, or Tonya decides to dye her hair 42 different colors.
Okay. I
guess
get
so
the
he's
picture.
not retired. Alright. I surrender. As the conversation shifts to Tonya and Tusser. Child folded, literally.
Well, would you look at the time? I should probably get going. Traveler, Paimon, I'm not sure where our paths will cross next, but the next time we run into each other, we should definitely try and find some time to spar.
Every photo is a weekly boss, right?
Again, maybe this is a conversation we can have when you
Except
look
for the captain, yes,
less
because he's
like
not.
you're gonna kill over
Captain
it.
is not.
All right. Well, thanks for everything, Arlecchino.
Unknown said, looks like the Fatui is
No
loyal
thanks
to him even
necessary.
after his
You
death.
also played a part in obtaining
that's
the
true.
Gnosis.
Yeah, except
would say
Dotore
we
too.
can
But
call
we
ourselves
haven't actually
I like the sound of that. Well,
into
I'm
Dotore
off.
too much.
Captain
See you
Lover
all
said,
some other time.
Yeah, except Daughtery too.
Because we still have to
We should
fight
probably get
him.
going
We haven't
too.
fought him yet.
Do you want to head
Captain
back
Lover
with
said,
us?
at unknown _
Oh,
2003
you want
now
me
they're
to leave
probably
so
gonna
soon?
exploit the ley lines with
Oh,
Capitano.
Yes, I think.
But you see,
Captain
I'm rather
Lover
enjoying
said,
the evening
since his soul
breeze.
has control
If you don't
of the ley
mind, I
lines.
think I'll stick around for a bit. I have some things to think about. Apologies for not attending to you like a proper host. Please forgive this slight. I do hope you'll have a pleasant stay.
All
we
right.
managed to keep her distracted until
Look at this.
nightfall. Good thing Child was there to keep the conversation going. You don't think she suspected anything, do you? Oh, I wonder if Liddy ran into any issues. Let's hurry back and see how everything went.
Oh? You decided to stay a little longer?
Oh yes,
Let's take in the ocean view together then.
yes. Let's take it together. He is taller, right? Yep, he is. Bro,
Unknown said,
even Ororon
I'm
is
not
taller.
gonna lie. I really love and respect this obsessed woman. But judging by how much he knows about the organization creeps me out and makes me feel like she is some kind of cultist.
Bro, how tall is Ororon? He looks too big. Look at this. Shit.
Captain
Or
Lover
is he
said,
just a
Reddit
shorty?
did it to me, not myself.
Yeah, don't go on Reddit too much. Is she one of those girls like that looks super tall in videos and stuff, but when you met her in real life, she's just 5'6". I'm back to Poisson. Alright, you guys are still inside. What happened?
Lenny, how did everything go?
Well, long story short, we ran into a small issue. Clairvy can't go into the sunlight.
Unknown said, no promises, but if I have enough spare time, I might actually play a game about an
What do you
obsessed
mean?
woman.
Is she a vampire? Why can't she go into the sunlight?
Everything was fine at first. She followed me up to the surface
Captain
just
Lover
like I
said,
told her.
"Is poison technically stinky?" It literally means fish after all.
And all
But
that
as I let
water
her
and
out of the
stuff.
shadows
Yes,
and
it is
into the
very horrible
sunlight,
place to live.
she vanished. I turned around and there she was, standing at the edge of the shadows, silently watching me.
Oh, she cannot move, huh?
Huh. Maybe she's afraid of sunlight, or... No, it wouldn't be her wish if that were the case. Well, we could always try pushing her into it.
Well, we can't touch her actually. Not sure pushing works on a non-corporeal being. Yep.
Oh,
Stupid
true.
Paimon.
I've pretty much tried it all already. Nothing worked. Eventually, the sun went down, so all I could do was bring her back here. How did it go with you, Lynette?
Good. I've got the list. It's right here.
Really?
I bet nothing is
What
on
are we
it.
waiting for? Let's take a look! Oh, that's a lot of pages.
Oh,
it's
shit.
gonna take forever to get through it all.
We can each take a section.
All right, let's go read through it.
La Pouillade, Landois, Chambel,
Oh my
Horaire.
god. I'm not remembering any of these names. Wait. Horror, Landois, La Poyade, Yambel. Only 4 people. What the heck?
Oh, yikes. That Horaire guy has a huge scar on his face. He's kinda giving Paimon the creeps.
Oh my god.
Ah, I've met him before.
The PC
The
struggling.
scar is from an injury he received during a mission. I still remember him joking with me about it. He said any future lover would take one look at him and then lose all interest.
Did he say anything else?
Well, I asked if there was someone he was interested in. He said no, and that's where our conversation ended. It was only later that I learned he
Unknown
really
said,
did have someone
but
he
I'm not
liked.
gonna lie,
He
it's
risked
highly
everything to escape so
unlikely.
he could be with her, but
Why? I think it is going to be
it didn't
stinky there.
work. One day,
It is
Father asked
underground.
to see him.
Sunlight
and,
is not reaching there
well,
properly. It will be
I never saw him again
humid
after
there.
that.
Literally too much humid.
Wait,
There are fish
so
in
that
there.
means the knave,
It must stink a
Unknown
lot.
said, I was
It
talking
may
about
seem
the
cruel,
potential
but it's
stream.
just one of the rules of the house.
Oh, what
Betrayal
potential
is
stream?
not to be taken
Captain
lightly.
Lover said,
We know
"Don't
too
they
many
have
secrets
fishes
to come and
hanging
go
off
as
their
we
Yes.
please.
Not just fishes, they have
So
those
if you
tentacles
do try
things
to
too.
leave, you pay with your life.
Alright, we still didn't find
Her
her name.
name's not here, huh? Well, that's not too surprising. It
Only
doesn't
5
seem
years?
like this list is complete.
How old is Arlecchino
It only
then?
contains records dating back around 5 years.
Is she not even in her
Let's
20s
shift our
then?
attention then. Fremine, were you able to find
That was
anything
5
out?
years ago. She looked 16 there at most. Is she only 21, 22?
Fremine,
Sorry. I was thinking about something.
Yeah, he knows that.
I managed to talk to quite a few people, but I couldn't help but notice that the atmosphere in the house was a little... strange.
Strange.
Yeah, I mean, I know there have been arguments in the past, times when people haven't gotten along. Chaplot and Filiol are a good example of that.
Oh, those are 2 of the people that we met while delivering supplies. Paimon can see how they might not get along. They had very different vibes, and their, interests seem to be pretty different as well.
that's to be expected, actually. Father brought us all here, shared her knowledge with us, taught us how to fight. That's one thing we all share. But that's also where the similarities end. Not all of us feel the same desire to stay here. As members of the House of the Hearth, we're also considered part of the Fatui. And to a lot
Yeah,
of
a lot of people
that's
don't
an
want
identity
that.
they never asked for. Certain members get older and realize they want something else for themselves. but considering the rules of the house, most people
So
would
they
never
aren't
say that
allowed
out
to
loud.
quit?
People like Chaplot and Foltz are loyal to Father and her vision. They're proud to be part of the Fatui. Filial and Nantoy, on the other hand, well, they aren't quite as enthusiastic.
These kinds of conflicts have always been there. It's not like Father is in the dark about any of this.
Well, that's true. But it just feels like things have gotten worse lately. Filial and the others, it seemed like they were meeting in secret to talk about something.
Oh,
I can't
shit.
say for sure,
Mutiny is
but I
it?
think they've met Clairvy.
You think she's been inciting them to act out?
Unknown
No,
said,
not
I
exactly.
honestly don't understand why parents hate their kids
But I
when
wouldn't
they
be
are lazy.
surprised if she said something
Those
to them
poor
about
kids literally did nothing
the
to deserve
darkness
this.
in the house and how deep it runs.
What do you mean when they are
She's
lazy?
told me about it before. Experiments being run on children. People being used as pawns on the battlefield without so much as the strength to survive.
And they just believed all that? Without any evidence?
Clairvy's words probably gave them the excuse they were looking for. Whether they actually believe them to be true
Oh.
is secondary.
Yeah,
This is all
Clairvy is
because
all
of
talking about
Project
in the
Stuja,
past.
isn't it?
What is this Project
Hold on a
Stuza?
second. What's this Project Stuja
Yes.
all about, huh? This is the second time it's come up now.
Sorry, but I'm not sure of the details either. I only know what Father has told us, which is that it's something the Rooster and Regrader have been working on together. Apparently, it has to do with the Fatui's strategic plan for the future. Because the House of the Hearth was so successful in obtaining the Gnosis, we now have the honor of playing a key role in Project Stuja.
Wait, but isn't that a good thing?
Unknown
Key
said,
role is
that
just
was
another way of
actually
saying
supposed to be a
dangerous
given,
role.
because
To us, the whole
kids
thing
did
is an
nothing to deserve
inconvenience.
this.
Father thinks
Oh.
so too, but she's in no position to
Alright, I was
refuse.
slow today.
Their
My
plan
bad.
isn't exactly unreasonable, and they've been funneling the house a lot of funding. It's
Bro,
just that
these dad jokes sometimes flew over
we'll
me.
lose a lot of members in the process. Participating in the plan, it's an honor in name only. What they're really trying to do is subdue us. The existence of an intelligence organization outside their control makes them feel uneasy.
Captain Lover said, I want to kill Pantalone and take his money.
Why? He looks a nice guy. He's a banker. I should keep a sharp eye out during any future dealings with the Fatui to see what I can learn.
Okay, super complicated.
Isn't he
top
testing with a
secret
new
Fatui
type of
business
currency
aside,
to replace
what's
Mora?
all of this have to do with the conflicts you were talking about earlier? Paimon doesn't get the
The
connection.
coupons in the
External pressure has a way of
Meropid, Fortress of
exacerbating internal
Meropid
strife.
are given
Can't
by
overlook
him,
the
I
power
think.
of fear
Oh,
either.
Unknown said,
something
just
like
People
a
are
that.
friendly
afraid
reminder,
of dying.
He also called
And that
himself
fear is
Knowledge
often
Warrior.
the impetus for a lot of
No, bro,
stupid
you
decisions.
call me knowledge warrior.
I thought resolving
because
the
I'm
Clairvy
wearing glasses
situation
today.
would make everything go back to normal. But it looks like things are more complicated than I thought. If we leave Filial and the others to their own devices, sooner or later, Father will be forced to take action.
We can only focus on one
Unknown
situation at a
said,
time,
I
brother.
actually also wear glasses all the
You're
time
right.
in real life.
Even if we
Yeah,
confront
I also
Filial
used
and
to,
the
but
others,
then I
it won't
stopped.
do any
and
good.
Now I have
It
to wear
might
them
even
again.
make matters worse. We should focus on Clairvy for now. Well,
So all
it's
of us
getting
are
late.
like,
Said, I
We should head
can't
back and get
believe
some
Lies
rest.
Blades for and
We'll try again first thing
QUXLYs for.
tomorrow.
wait, it is Blade?
Lynette, you stick with me this time. Fremine, keep a close eye on Filial and the others.
0%
Make
sound
sure they
like
don't do
Blade.
anything they'll regret.
Because Blades is so like deep kind
Good
of
work
voice.
today, everyone.
Lover said, equals
Have a good
Gammon
night,
Mills.
and I'll see you
Gammon
tomorrow.
Mills, huh? He has
Unknown
two sides.
said, he has two sides.
Captain Lover said, Quoxley is a literal duck in Pokemon.
Oh, that I have no idea. It has been so long. I think 4 years
Paimon
since
was
I
looking
last saw
forward to an
Pokemon.
early night, but she can't sleep at all. Hey,
All right.
you don't
Electricity
think
is
the maid
making
will be
problems
too
today.
angry with Linny and
Now
everyone
it's
if she
one
finds
again.
out about all this, do you? She's even scary when she smiles. if she were to actually get angry... Ooh, you have to protect Paimon if that happens, okay, Traveler?
No, you are dead. Let's just say it.
Well,
Unknown
in that
said,
case, we should
also
just
a
plan
question
on
that I have
running
been
away. We'll
wondering,
grab Linny and the
how do
others and
you
we can
think
make a
this
break for it
game
as fast as we
works with
can.
dogs?
Wait, which dogs?
Look over there!
Claire VA, what is she doing over there?
Quick, let's catch
Are
up
you
with her
literally
before
talking
anyone
about the
sees.
dogs that are in Genshin? I think one of the VA must have done it. He's about.
Unknown said, literally, any kind of dog.
Mostly the VA do it, I think. They hardly record real animals
Captain
though.
Lover said, there's a spot in Chinyu Vale with 4 dogs.
Over
it's
there!
so cute.
Oh shit. A little dogs pop up. Let's see. I can't pet him. Alright. This sounds like a recording though. Let me try again. Oh no, he vanished. Hold on, where is she now? She ran away.
Oh, where is she going? Oh, if someone sees her, we're toast.
And she vanished again. Oh, is she going at the top again? Yes.
Unknown said, because this
Oh,
is 12
look!
plus you cannot
She
kill the
stopped!
cats and dogs.
No, I know that. I was just hitting hear the voice. Why would I kill them actually?
Clearly!
Haven't unlocked anything in Chenny
Open
Vale.
the window
Maybe
when
a
no one was
teleport point
Look
for
how
that
pretty the outside
lantern ride
is.
quest. That's it. I haven't done anything there. Window, there is nothing here.
If only I could have more than this.
Oh, she's in her
You
imagination.
probably think I'm being silly, huh? All this hopeless resisting.
She thinks she's inside a house
It's
or
better to
something.
dream of what I could have than try to make it a reality, right?
Please, help us get on the same page here, Clary. We need you
Not
to tell
sure
us
if
what
she
you know.
understands she's
Can
a
you do that?
ghost.
Sure. Although, after you hear all this, I think you might regret that decision. Everyone in this family is nothing more than a tool, something to be used and exploited. We're all expendable, including me. As long as you're useful, you get to stick around. Lose your value, and you're handed over to the doctor,
Oh shit.
experimented on, and given a fate worse than death.
I think that doctor is the only
I've
Fatui
seen it
I want to
happen
kill.
again
actually.
and again, and I've had enough.
You're saying the knave did all that?
Nope. Yes,
It's
actually,
just,
technically
that
the
doesn't
previous
seem like
name.
something she would do. She's scary and all, but
Or was
it
the
seems like
title
even
not the
she
name?
has lines she
We know
wouldn't
she's
cross.
called the mother.
I knew you wouldn't believe me.
Unknown said, brother is pure
Everyone
evil
thinks
like
she's a
Griffin.
good person. They all
Yeah,
think of
Doctor
her
is
like a
really-
real mother.
Captain Lover
Mother?
said, it's so cute that Linny's ascension material is rainbow
She
rose
doesn't
in
deserve
Lynette's
that
Luna
title.
Dow's bell.
She's disgraced it
Oh, he's
and
in
tarnished
Rainbow
it.
Rose.
And if
The
I
next
had
one I
things
know.
my
It
way,
looks like a
I'd never
rose
see her
flower
again.
that we have to collect
If
for
only
her.
Perry were here,
Captain Lover
she'd
said,
understand.
just like how Arlecchino
Harry.
has rainbow rose and Clergy
There's
has
that
Luna
name
Dow's
again.
bells.
Oh,
Also,
yes,
Paimon's
she
getting
has
a
one
strange feeling.
on her neck.
It almost feels like she's not really here with us. Paimon can't tell if she's actually talking to us or if she's mistaken us for someone else.
I'm not sure either. She's a spirit. It could be anything.
Well, in any case, it seems like she really needs someone to talk to. We should keep her company for a little longer. She looks so young. But it seems like she's been through a lot.
It's getting windy. I should close the window. Ooh, look at the moon. Isn't it pretty?
Captain Lover
He has
said,
gone nuts.
I doubt
Let me hear a
Vigne's daughter
secret.
is playable.
I heard that if you look up at the night sky in Snezhnaya, You can
Yeah,
see the aurora.
I also doubt that too.
It's supposed to be super pretty.
Unknown
Even
said,
prettier than the
I
moon
personally
tonight.
don't know about the rainbow roses to him.
I would
Because
love to
it gives
see it.
fruity vibes, especially
Perry and I
because of the
promised
twink
each
slopes.
other that once we're older, we're gonna go see it together.
Yeah, because all
But
the
I can't
harbingers that are
find her.
playable are good.
I'm worried she's all soupin.
Signora was like
that wouldn't happen to her. She's special. Mother
not
likes her a lot.
100% good, and she's gone. So and the mother is gone.
We should really go talk to Mother. But we just fought.
Yeah,
She
I don't
doesn't
think the
want to
doctor will
see
be
me.
playable
And I'm too scared to face her.
unless we have a
What should
puppet
I
of
do?
him.
Rainbow roses. Twink Riz Lord.
Wink Lord. Where do you get these words? After some time, Claire came back to herself. Huh?
Paimon really doesn't understand what's going on with her.
She's stuck in a different timeline.
Let's head back.
Oh,
We've got
no
an early
water
morning
dispenser
tomorrow.
alert.
The night passes. We wasted all of our night here.
All right, looks like we're all here. Let's go ahead with the plan.
Before we do that, I have a question though.
Oh? What is it?
Captain Lover said, Lenny would technically be my brother as father was my mom.
Have the knave and the doctor ever worked together? Yes, that is a
What
good
makes
question.
you ask that?
Well, we kind
The
of ran
previous
into
one was
Clary
like
last
literally
night,
like doctor.
and that's what she told us. We met the doctor back in Sumeru. He's super dangerous.
Yes, and super
he's
bad.
done all sorts of bad things.
It's possible that Father and the Doctor have had certain dealings, but I don't think Father would work with him.
Why do you think that?
We're not really on the same side, so there's not a lot of trust between them. That doesn't exactly set the stage for a successful partnership.
Yeah, but the mother sounds
did
like
hear,
she
though, that when Father
is-
first became a Harbinger, the Doctor offered to work with the House of the Hearth. Father rejected most of his proposals, except for one. It had to do with some sort of secret experiment.
Secret
And I bet
experiment?
its experiment is on her.
Wait, I just
that be what
realized
Clary was
something.
talking about?
Hey, Yandere.
I don't think so.
You forgot that?
I don't know any details about the experiment itself, but I do know it's an entirely independent operation. The Doctor only proposed a direction for the research. That was the extent of his
Captain
involvement.
Lover said,
I
yeah?
still don't think that counts as working together. The details of the experiment are confidential, but complete records are kept on all participants. That doesn't seem to be the case with the situation Clairvy referred to. I know you don't agree with some of the Fatui's methods, and I'm not asking you to. But I am asking you to trust us on this. The House of the Hearth has its own principles. There are certain lines we're not willing
It's
to
like
cross.
red, blue,
Alright,
yellow.
that's good to hear at least. Clairvy seems to think the knave and the doctor worked together to do something horrible. If that turned out to be true, Paimon doesn't know how he would even face you guys. It's just that it doesn't seem like Clairvy is lying either.
Just have to look in the past.
The easiest
Unknown
thing to
said,
do would be just
"I
ask
just
the knave
sent you
directly, but
To me
Paimon doesn't think she'd tell us.
or to her. Let's focus on the plan for now.
Father didn't come back last night. She's probably still near the shore.
Unknown said,
We'll be counting on
"Know
you
her."
to distract her. Lynette, you're with me. Fremine, you know what to do.
She's
Be on
still
your guard,
standing
everyone.
on the shore.
All right, let's get to it.
Let me.
Where are we going today?
Yeah.
Let's try somewhere further away this time.
Oh shit, it is far. Look at those graves. Naviak right there. And I think Silver and Melus are here too. From what I remember. That's where they said to bury them actually. Oh, let's see, still here.
Ah, it's you two again. I must say, you look a bit pale. Did you have trouble sleeping last night?
A little.
Perhaps if you had less on your mind, you'd be able to absolve yourself of such troubles. So what are you planning to do now? Catch up on some sleep? Or should I give you some time to rack your brain for a topic to discuss before I ask any questions? Although I must profess to being curious. Without child here, how do you plan on distracting me?
Yes, I knew she knew.
Us? Distract you?
Yeah, Paimon, just stop there.
Good
Let's
one.
stop.
But no.
No.
We were just
Cancel.
here for a chat.
And cancel.
Looks like you could have used some extra time to think. No matter. If you don't have any other plans, why don't you accompany me somewhere? Don't worry. I'll be sure to steer clear of any scheming children.
Alright.
The ocean breeze is sure nice today.
So you know everything then?
Children always think they can hide things from the grown-ups. But nothing gets past me. Least of all a little scheming. I think I'll let them have at it for a little longer. I can be very patient. Well, I'll leave you to think things over. If you're so inclined, meet me outside the Palais Mermonia.
We are going back to the
Good
city.
things come to children who do as they're told. So I do hope you decide to tag along. If only for your friends' sakes.
Oh no.
What should we do? She clearly knows about everything we've been doing, and Paimon doesn't think it'd be a stretch to say she was threatening us just now.
We should release the pigeon that Lenny gave us. Yes, it is a good time to do it.
Oh, good idea. Hopefully he sees it in time. Well, we should probably head to the Palais Mermonia. Paimon doesn't want to find out what happens if we don't show up. Based on what the knave was saying just now, it sure didn't seem like it'd be anything good.
We really don't have any other option. Yes, all we can do is take one step at a time.
Okay, then we probably shouldn't keep her waiting. It seems like Linny and the others are on thin ice, so let's do our best to not get them in any more trouble.
Alright, let's go. We are outside Nuvilate office.
Seeing as we still have some time before my meeting, we might as well enjoy some pleasant conversation while we wait. I'm glad to see you get along with my children. Being surrounded by good companions is necessary for a child's development.
You're not planning on doing anything to them, are you?
I assume you're referring to Lenny, Lynette, and Fremine. Although, there's that situation with Filial and Nentoy as well. It appears quite a few people have been acting out lately.
Oh shit, they are in trouble, guys.
No matter. I'm not one to discriminate. All those who betray the house meet the same fate. There are no exceptions.
Does that mean you're going to kill them?
Oh, are you here to beg for their lives? I'm sorry to disappoint, but the rules of the house change for no one. In my organization, everyone is responsible for their own actions.
But don't you care about them at all? They really respect you. They even call you father. You must feel something for them.
Nope, she said it in
Any organization in which feelings come before principles is one destined for ruin.
Who is her
The House
VA?
of the
I have
Hearth is
never
hardly
actually
an exception.
seen her VA.
You could say our principles are more stringent than most. Perhaps I can offer you this
And I think we don't know
consolation, at
about
least.
Signora either.
As our guests,
Or do
you
we
two
actually
will
know
not
about
be
her?
held accountable along with them.
There is no way to solve the issue.
Erin Yvette, I think.
I would imagine
who is
Lady
Signoras?
Lynette
I
and
think-
Fremine will be able to keep their lives.
We don't know about
As for
Signora.
Filial, Nentoy, and the others,
Yes.
I'm afraid there's little I can do.
Yes.
They can
She's
try
very
to
smart.
escape, but once you know our secrets,
I think she knows
there's
Signora
no
is
getting
gone.
out
She's not joining again. She don't want people to follow her for that.
But that's awful.
Anonymous.
Ah,
But she would
you
have been
seem
so famous
concerned.
actually.
Out of consideration for
Maybe
my
she's
guests, I
someone famous,
suppose
we just
I
don't
could turn
know
a
who
blind eye for
she
a little
is.
longer. If Linny and the others manage to dispose of Claire V in the meantime, all evidence of their wrongdoing will be lost. In that case, I could hardly punish them for something I couldn't prove. If their efforts are unsuccessful, on the other hand, all will be held accountable. And the punishment will be severe.
It's a deal then. We will hold you to it.
Of course. Oh, and here. I believe this belongs to you. Do try and keep better track of it next time. It takes a considerable amount of time to train a bird like this. It would be such a pity if you were to lose it. Permanently.
Lenny is
Where did you get that?
He did not get anything. Lenny is gone.
Well, I'm afraid that's all the time we have to chat. Now, for the matter at hand. I asked you to meet me here because I have business at the Palais Mermonia. It has nothing to do with you, but I think it would be prudent for you to stick by my side for the time being. There will always be time later to run off and tell Linny what you've learned. Well, time to go. Looks like we wrapped things up just in time.
But
Captain Lover said, I think I'm gonna squeal soon.
I think I will end it before
Captain Lover
that.
said, very, very soon.
Oh no. Is it because of this guy? Here it is.
Captain Lover said, Nouvelle tete.
Oh shit.
It's been a while,
Captain
Monsieur
Lover
Neuvillette.
said, he's there.
Yes, he's there.
I must say, I wasn't expecting my meeting request to be approved quite so quickly. The Palais Mermonia operates with an efficiency worthy of admiration.
It is only right that an esteemed
shit,
diplomat
there
such
it
as
is.
yourself should be
A
afforded the
pleasant
proper
voice. It
level
has
of
been
respect.
so long since I
Although,
heard
if
his
I may
English
speak plainly, I must confess that I did not anticipate we would have the occasion to meet again after presenting you with the Gnosis. I see you brought the Traveler and Paimon with you as well. If I may inquire
English
as to
voice
the
is
purpose of your
amazing.
visit.
I'll be departing Fontaine shortly. There is, however, an outstanding matter that I would like to see resolved before I go. It requires a rather lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. So I took the liberty of explaining everything in this proposal. Please review it at your leisure, Monsieur Neuvillette.
See, here they are not that height difference. It is like a few inches, 2 or 3 inches at most. I have to measure it with playable character. Are playable characters actually like bigger? Oh shit, look at that huge ass teacup.
I understand your request. However, at the risk of causing offense, I must admit that I fail to see why you would wish for such a thing.
I heard you have a certain fondness for water tasting, Monsieur Neuvillette. So allow me to use water as an analogy. A
Here we go
family
with the
is
water
like a
yapping.
large body of water with countless rivers flowing in and out.
Captain
As
Lover
someone
said,
who watches
but
over
lurks
this
his
system,
height
I
during
would hope that
playability.
each river that flows from the source will eventually
he's
reach
still
the
big.
ocean. Of course, objectively
Like we
speaking,
just
I
did
know
check
this is
with
impossible. Most of the
Earth,
rivers will
and he
dry
was
up
so
along
tall.
the way, disappearing into the ground and leaving nothing but a barren riverbed behind. Not all rivers are destined to reach the ocean, but I would not see their existence rendered meaningless. I believe the water that flows within them is simply meant for a different destination, like a field in need of irrigation. Or perhaps the glass of a certain water-tasting enthusiast.
Did you get any of that, Traveler?
Your words paint an optimistic picture indeed. Allow me to remind you, however, few among us are willing to sip from a glass filled with tainted water.
It may have been tainted at one point in time, but not to worry. I'll make sure it's drained of all impurities and returned
Bro,
to
this
its
whole
cleanest
water yap.
form.
I seem to recall there being a transactional aspect to your proposal.
No, I have heard
Perhaps you
that
could
line so
expound
many
on that?
times. Don't.
If you accept my proposal,
Don't.
Monsieur Neuvillette, I will gradually withdraw my forces from Fontaine. And, unless
He
absolutely
yaps so much about that
necessary,
water line.
I will no longer carry out any special missions
Actually,
within
if
Fontaine.
you are having a party,
I presume I can take
inviting
your words
Neuvillette,
to mean that in the
pleasing me
future,
is
cases
very
similar to
easy.
the Tartuffe assassination will
Just order
cease
water
to
from a
cross
bunch
my
of wells.
desk.
Captain Lover said,
Tartuffe.
I have most of his voice
Ah,
lines
that
memorized,
thief
I
who
think.
embezzled funds from all those charities, you mean? My deepest condolences to his family, but without any evidence, I cannot imagine how the House of the Hearth might have been involved in his passing. Of course, if you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I'm sure certain measures could be taken to
Captain
reduce
Lover
the
said,
frequency
I
of such
remember all
troubles.
of Captain Oz voice line from a Kashin.
You choose your words carefully indeed. In that case, I am inclined to accept your proposal.
My thanks for your generosity, Monsieur Neuvillette. Well, with that settled, we should be going now. I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bottles of spring water from Snezhnaya for you to enjoy.
Yes,
I do
just
hope
take
I
a
get the
bottle of
chance to
water
hear
from
your
anywhere and
impressions.
gift him. He will
Perhaps
be happy.
at our next meeting? Yes?
I think he will be the easiest one to please.
I trust you would not overlook your commitment in the meantime.
All right, Traveler Paimon.
He is
Time to
tempted.
go.
If you gave him a whole lake of water, he may sold Fontaine actually. Can I talk to him actually or just listen his... Yes, I can.
I believe I've told you before that my emotions easily resonate with those of others. Yet in the few meetings I've had with that Harbinger, I haven't been able to sense any aspect of her emotional state. Her mind is like a still body of water. Who knows what darkness lies in its depths, and the lack of ripples on the surface gives nothing away.
Water analogies.
It's unclear whether this is her natural state of being, or whether it's an incredible strength of will that gives her the ability to master her emotions. Either scenario, however, suggests she is a very dangerous individual. I do not expect an explanation as to why you two are by her side. Whatever your reasoning, I would only advise you to take caution.
Look how small
Captain Lover said, do you
Lumin
think
is.
he bleeds water?
Maybe, I think. He is the water dragon. There is a bigger question. Do you think he shits water?
Captain Lover
That's
said,
the
I
only
want
thing
to
he
eat
eats.
Scylla.
Oh no.
So, what exactly were you talking about back there?
Yeah, what was the
I only
proposal?
heard you mention some
Captain
rivers,
Lover
a
said,
large
how
body
would
of
he
water,
shit if
and
he
then
doesn't even
some
eat
kind
solid
of
stuff?
irrigation scheme.
I mean, he shit literally water.
You really want to know? I would imagine there might be more pressing concerns at the moment.
So he only pees?
Winnie, Paimon really hopes everything's going okay.
We went from drinking water to peeing water.
Oh, Paimon recognizes that look. You've got your thinking cap on, don't you, Traveler?
The name may seem relaxed, but she didn't seem to be joking earlier when she said those who betray the organization must pay with their lives. I think she's serious about punishing those kids. I have to save Lynette, Lini, and Fremine. How should we stop her? No, there is something else we should figure out first. Yeah, who is... Just say the name in front of her. I think she will recognize immediately. While we are talking in front of Pelle and Mermonia, she mentioned Clairvie's name. Does that mean she knows where Clairvie was the entire time? Maybe she even anticipated how Lini and others were going to act. But she mentioned... Oh no.
Oh,
shit.
shoot. Are you alright?
Look at this guy
jeez,
and look
I'm
at
so
her.
sorry. I
He
was so
bumped
focused
into
on
her
selling
and
these
fell
papers,
down. That's
I
why you
wasn't
know
looking where I
how
was
strong
going.
Lumin is. I wasn't paying attention.
Well, let me make it up to you at least. Here, take this paper. On the house.
Wait, he's the guy with... Yeah, he kind of looks familiar for some reason. Yeah, I recognize him. He's the dude.
Oh, you don't have to give us anything.
Please, I want to. It's not like I'm short on supply.
All the extras will be useless come tomorrow anyway.
Oh,
It's my fault, really. I was just trying to bring home some extra mora for the family, but I bit off more than I can chew. I haven't had many takers today, so I'm still swimming in papers.
What's going on here?
Nothing much. I just ran into your friend here on accident. I should probably get going, actually, so...
Hold on.
Yeah, she know you.
Of course, I'm happy to compensate you with mora, it's just... I don't have any on me at the moment.
I'll take 3 papers. Here. Your payment.
Oh! Thank you for your patronage.
Oh
May the Archons bless you with
amazing.
good fortune. If only I had the chance to run into such generous customers every day.
Captain Lover said.
I should probably just take on a smaller inventory though, right?
Yeah.
I'm getting married soon, so sometimes it's hard to not get ahead of myself.
He's married, but
anyway, I should
he
head out.
lost the love interest in the
unknown.
Well, now that my affairs are settled, we should take the boat back to Poisson. We've even
I only
acquired some
know him
light
from the
reading to
photos
enjoy along
that
the way.
when we were reading the list, he was there.
Actually, why don't we stick around for a little longer? Paimon just realized how hungry she
So
is.
now I'm more
She can't head
interested
back
who
to
he is.
Poisson on an empty stomach.
Looks like Paimon is trying to buy us more time. If we head back now, I doubt Lily and Another will have made any progress. What should we do?
It appears you two are under the impression that delaying our return will somehow alter the situation in your favor.
Nope.
I'm sorry to ruin your fantasy, but your efforts are meaningless. That being said, I could be persuaded to give Linny some extra time. I just have one condition. If you agree to my request, I'll even answer some of your questions. You're quite curious about Claire V, are you not? And my relationship
So
to
she
her.
knows about her. Does she know about the spirit or something
Being
else?
so generous all of a sudden? You're not gonna ask us to do something bad, are you?
You overestimate yourself. You don't have the talent for bad things.
Then what can you possibly...
The most important consideration in a negotiation is that both sides receive something they want. Demands and threats only get you so far.
All right. Your condition. Let's hear it.
Wonderful. Here it is.
Why the zoom in? What is she demanding?
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
All right, I will always do that.
Sounds normal enough. But what do you mean, when the time comes? When is that supposed to be?
That's for us to
That is
decide,
for you
Paimon.
to decide.
Yes. We accept your condition.
Then we have a deal. Follow me.
I think 20 more minutes. Birds in a cage. Oh shit. Follow Nave to the nameless ruins. I think she is taking us there. Yes. There is that circle thing. I knew it. You see, that is where the whole animation happened. I think I should change my team actually. We need a better runner. That, where is she? There.
All expenses paid.
Wait, why is it turning red?
How about we explore the area ahead of us later?
I can't pronounce Kirara's name.
It's Kirara.
Captain Lover said, it always goes Kiwaba.
Kibaba. Yeah, why Paimon stopped me from coming from there? What the heck? That was a bug. Should I report it? So this is where the animation happened, right? Literally, yes, the circle thing.
What is this place?
Somewhere long forgotten by everyone. It used to be a grand building.
Well, you turned
Now it's nothing more than a pile of rubble. No one comes here anymore, nor does anyone care about what once happened here. Although, this place does have something to do with the story I'm about to tell you. It was before I became a Harbinger, and before Linny and the others joined the House of the Hearth. Due to certain events,
do not
I
say
first
her mother.
Clarvey
Just
and
say
then her
the
mother.
mother. Yeah,
And
you are
this
also
is where
doing
it
those
all happened.
You were the one that killed
misinformation
Clarvey?
thingy. Why?
Patience now. Allow me to explain Clarvy's side of the story first. I'll start from the
Alright,
beginning.
now we will get more info on that animation, actually.
Clarvy was 6 years
Look at
old
her.
when she was brought by her mother, Crucibina, to live in the House of the Hearth.
So are these two like
From the outside, it
blood
seemed
related
like a fairy
or
tale.
just adopted?
A thriving
Because the
family
hair
made up
seems
of kind
similar.
adults and friendly children. Crucibina was the knave at that time,
Captain
and
Lover
the House
said,
of the Hearth was
"Fruitcake
under
was
her
Yes.
very
control.
pretty."
Especially
She
in
was
the
Clarvy's mother by
animated
blood, but she
video.
was also the mother to all the children in the house.
Oh, they are by blood,
Clarvy
actually.
was happy here, for a time. But she quickly realized that being part of this family wasn't a fairy
Her
tale at all.
Signora, they fit in the same
It was a
category.
kind of purgatory.
Purgatory?
Exactly. The House of the Hearth takes in war orphans from all over Tevat. But as for how to raise them, that depends entirely on the person in charge. Crucibina came up with a novel idea. She would teach the children to fight, force them to duel each other, and then crown as the king of the house the child who proved themselves most worthy of inheriting her title. It's difficult to estimate the number of children who died or were maimed in the process. There's little I can say about the ones who died. The ones that emerged with permanent injuries, on the other hand, well, they still served a purpose. They would be handed over to the doctor to be experimented on, or sent away on dangerous missions. Nothing more than tools to be used and then discarded.
So those were the experiments Clarvy was talking about. But what actually happened to her? You said that Clarvy was Crucibina's daughter, so if Clarvy tried to convince her to stop what she was doing, Crucibina probably would have listened, right?
Yes.
Despite being
Fight to the
Clarvy's
death.
mother, Crucibina cared little for her daughter.
Yeah,
She
look at
forced
her
Clarvy
face.
to join the House of the Hearth only as a means to demonstrate her own impartiality as a mother, to prove that she
Huh.
treated all her children equally. Clarvy did try to convince her mother to change her ways, but it was to no avail. After her efforts failed, the only other option was to rise up and try to fight back. Unfortunately, the other children had already been thoroughly indoctrinated into the illusion of happiness Crucibina had created.
Unknown
Of course,
said,
there
"A
was
true
one
family
exception.
is supposed to make you feel safe.
Someone Clarvy's
Not
age
sorry
who knew
for
the
existing."
truth about the House of the Hearth. Her name was Peruware.
Perry.
Wait,
It's Perware.
the friend that Clarvy mentioned?
Yes, little in front of you guys.
Friend, huh?
I think.
I suppose we can call her that for now. Clarvy was a cheerful and passionate person with a tenacious spirit. Peruware, on the other hand, was rather cold-blooded. Her cold-blooded nature allowed her to see through Crucibina's facade. Yet, it was also this cold-bloodedness that prevented her from acting against it. At least at first. While Clarvy longed for freedom, Peruware was convinced that, amid all the fighting and violence, she would make it until the end. Despite their differences, the two became fast friends, united by their knowledge of the truth. Clarvy told Peruware that she hoped to create a real family, where no one would be killed or sacrificed. There may have been a certain naivete to her ideas, but Clarvy proved her determination many times over. She tried countless times to run away, ask for help, or expose the truth. But her efforts only earned her beating after beating. The only thing that kept her going was her strength of will. Even with her body racked with pain, she would still stand on her tiptoes and open the window at night. She and Peruware would
So
look
this is
out
the
at the
scene
moon
they were
together,
she was hallucinating
fierce
about.
longing for freedom shining in her eyes. But one day, that light simply vanished.
Oh no. What happened?
Her hopelessness resulted from a culmination
See,
of
they are
things.
teenagers here.
10 years had passed. 10 years worth of failure after failure. She and Perouer weren't children anymore, but finding any chance to escape still seemed as hopeless as ever. It was during this time that Perouer suggested a new plan. If escaping was out of the question, why not take down the very person sitting on top of this throne of lies? Mother herself. Clairvy rejected that proposal. She claimed that, as a famous harbinger, Crucibina possessed an unimaginable amount of power. Trying to kill her would have an incredibly low chance of success. Clairvy never gave another reason, but Perouer could see it written all over her face. Clairvy still thought of Crucibina as her mother. Killing her own flesh and blood was a line she couldn't bring herself to cross. If she couldn't escape and fight back, then only one option remained.
Death.
Precisely. Death was the only way that she felt she could be free.
So she chose death.
It happened during a duel. When she arrived at the dueling ring that day, her partner turned out to be none other than Perouer. The very person that had stood by her side all those years. It was a fierce battle. But ultimately, Clairvy decided to let Perouer end her life. From that moment on, Perouer's journey was one written in flames. When the rain finally came and washed it all away, there she stood, the sole victor in Mother's endless game of slaughter. A trail of corpses strewn across her path to success. It was the very result she had predicted 10 years prior. Even then, she believed she would make it until the end. She wasn't surprised by the fact that she emerged as Mother's undisputed heir. Rather, her success left her with an inexplicable sense of restlessness. She was unsettled. And there was only one thing that could quell that sensation.
She's amazing.
Perhaps you two would like to take a guess as to what it was?
Killing the person at the very top.
Crucibina, you mean? But...
Correct. This is the place where Perouer killed her best friend. A mere year later, this is also the place where she fought tooth and nail to kill the mother they shared. The moment she acted, any conception of what was right or wrong ceased to matter. It's one of the principles of the house. Only those who survive get to write the rules. Perouer won the battle, and became a harbinger herself. After which Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, bestowed upon her
Tsaritsa has a knack for naming things.
Arlecchino.
Arlecchino is an amazing name.
Clairvy was talking about. It was you all along. You're Perouer. Arlecchino is just a name you got later.
This was your story just as much as Clairvy's.
I left that name behind long ago. I must say, hearing it now does bring back memories. After I defeated Crucibina, the moniker of Mother died with her. I chose to forego the title she called herself and even chose to give up my own name. I rebuilt the House of the Hearth under a new identity.
Yes, we know the rest.
Not only as Arlecchino, but as father. And that is where the story ends.
And the rest is history.
Any more questions?
Yes, the Clairvy we met though. Who is she exactly? Yeah, she is dead. So is she a spirit? Is she a memory? What the heck is she?
Clairvy wasn't a little kid when she was killed. So the Clairvy we met...
Unknown
was
said,
she really a spirit
how dare
at all?
she forget about Mommy Cappuccino?
Oh,
I
no.
suppose you could call her an illusion born of flame. Her existence is like ashes to a fire. Something left over in the wake of blaze and ruin. You see, a certain power runs through my veins. It's not unlike a curse. My flames leave behind shadows of anything they consume. Of course, the chances of those shadows morphing into a sentient entity are exceedingly slim. Clairvy is a very special case.
She has been here
Clairvy
for
died
so
when she
long.
was 16 years old. But what emerged from the flames was her 6-year-old self. Her appearance wasn't the only thing affected. Most of her memories were lost to the blaze as well. Memory is a mysterious thing
So is she
indeed.
27 then?
Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self. Lose 10 years' worth, however. And it would be like living in the past. Like returning to a version of
Unknown
yourself
said,
that
honestly, just like Ahil
never
said
grew
that
up.
I call her mommy.
No wonder
and she
Paimon
calls
got
her
such a
father,
weird feeling when
but
we
we
were
are both
talking to
desperate
her.
simps.
Yes,
Perhaps I should put
very
it this way.
desperate.
Clairvy is someone trapped in time. It may seem like she
So how
exists
do
with
we
us in
release
the
her?
present,
Do you think
but she
will
truly
betray
lives in the
Zarek
confines of her
to
own
protect
past.
The House of the Heart?
So if all of that is true, then
But
you must have
yeah,
known
the
about
thing
Clairvy
is,
for a
I
long
don't believe
time.
Saritsa is going to be all that bad.
Indeed. She's a rather volatile
like,
and
child
unstable
believes in her.
entity. Sometimes she would
Otherwise,
look
he
after
would
the
have fought
children.
his Orcon so
She's
long
even
ago.
saved some of their lives.
Captain believed in her. She believed in her, so she must
would
have a
hide
legit
from
plan
me
that
and become
half of the
obsessed
good
with
guys
revealing the
believe in
truth
her.
about the house to anyone
Yeah.
who will listen.
But if
Shadows
it
don't
like
have the
deviate from the
capacity to
original plan,
learn
she
or
may.
grow.
Yes.
Any
proved
new
that she undone the
information they
brainwashing of
encounter
her
is
disgusting
quickly
mother,
forgotten
and she
over
would
time.
literally kill to keep who she
Your
loves
attempts
safe.
to expose Clairvy to sunlight. They failed, yes. The reason is actually
Captain
quite
Lover
simple.
said,
In
"Sariksa might
Clairvy's
be just
mind, the
graying
house
the
is
eye."
impossible to escape.
That
And
is
it
a
is
long
this very
stretch, though.
perception that traps her there.
But the thing is, she changed after that war.
No matter. All I have
So
to do
it
is
could
kill
be.
her again, and all will be
But how
resolved.
did she fake the
I don't
cryo
anticipate
powers?
so much as a single speck of ash will be left behind this time.
Yeah, she lost someone she loved, I think. That's what I heard.
I can understand
like,
why you
in
might
her-
want her gun, but isn't
That's
there
what they
another
say,
way?
right?
So what if she's trapped in her
Like
6-year-old
in the
self?
war,
She's still your
just
friend.
like
At least
Raiden,
talk
she
to her
lost
first.
something. Just like she lost her sister, she also lost something.
Captain Lover said,
It's too late for
Yes,
that.
it could be.
She broke the
previous
rules, and now
Tsar
she
or
must
her
be
father or
punished.
something died.
That goes for
Yeah.
Filial and Nantoy as well.
We just know that she
She's
lost
had quite
someone.
the effect on
That's
them.
it. And after that,
I
she
hope
changed.
you understand. The difference between Crucibina and myself lies in our formulation of the rules,
But the
not
thing is,
our
now we have
policy
a
for
whole
enforcing
region
them.
between
Upholding the
Rajnaya
rules without
and
question is a
Nordkra is
trait
going
we
to be
both
on
share.
its own
Because
different
that is
version.
how a
Well, her
household
name
should
isn't
be
even
run.
Tsaritsa, sadly.
Yes, what's her real name? Well, all the
Unknown
Archons
said,
don't have
"Is this really what you
different
want
names.
to
Oh
do?"
shit,
Pass
she's
animation.
speaking.
Literally
Bro, I'm
good.
speaking.
Whatever could you
Quiet,
mean?
I'm speaking.
Don't you want to say a proper
Finally.
goodbye at least?
I'm like, why don't they use their voice more often? At least in the quest.
Whether as a killer or as a father, there are two things that must be avoided at all costs: anger and sorrow. Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver.
From the Battle Pass animation,
It appears it's about
I'm
time
not
to
so sure
proceed.
though.
Before we
It could
arrived,
be
I
her.
told some of my well-behaved
The
children to
Pearl
bring
story.
our troublemakers here by nightfall. I do believe I've kept my end of the deal.
I always used
I
to
gave
thought
your
that
friends
that was
quite a bit
Paimon's
more
story,
time.
but then like the moon
As for
stuff
what
and
happens
Paimon
now,
make more sense.
We'll just have to wait and
So
see.
it could be someone else. It may be Saritsa.
Here they are, Father.
Oh
You
no.
gonna execute him?
Yeah, this guy execute him first.
It also literally shows the same shit over
Yeah,
and
it
over
is literally
each
same.
season.
Bro, that kid, he is unhinged. He choked his pets. He is now here for execution.
I'm sorry. I heard about how you helped buy us more
Wait, now
time.
that I realized it, this is the place where we fought.
I still failed. I couldn't find a
Oh
way
my
to
god, I have
fulfill
been
her
here for
wish.
so long, and this is actually where we, yeah, this is where we fight her, right?
Captain Lover says he's gonna
Indeed,
use his
it's been a while,
Oh
Clairvy.
no.
Harry!
Stay right there.
Unknown said,
I'm sorry to
"Snitches
postpone
get
our
stitches.
reunion, but
Beat his
first I
ass
believe
and shove
certain
his head up
scores
his own
need
ass."
settling.
Oh no, let's hope I get chance to change my team because I put Kirara in there.
Father, let me explain.
Out of my way.
Oh shit.
Father!
Wait, who is
You chose to conceal
dying?
a threat to the house. And for that, you must be punished. Overall, however, I suppose your wrongdoing is hardly the most egregious of the bunch, so I'll deal with your punishments later. As for right now, the more pressing concerns are the traitors
who is
among
it?
us.
By traitors? Do you mean us?
This VA is
Father,
so familiar.
let me explain. We didn't mean to...
Is in lot of animes.
Fultz,
The voice has
why don't you share what you
female lead.
heard?
Yeah.
Yes, Father.
He's my
Secret
favorite.
midnight meeting number
He-
3.
Oh shit.
Participants: Filial, Nantoi, Sato, Toddy. Nantoi clearly said,
We
"If
should
only
get rid of this
Father
guy.
wasn't the one who took us in."
Oh.
Sato
Unknown
added,
said,
"I'm sick
"Please
of this
punish me
life.
hard,
I just want to
Mommy."
live as a normal person." Filial was the
Oh,
worst
no.
of them all. She called us crazies and said a bunch of mean things about Father.
I did not!
Oh my god.
You're lying!
Yeah, why
Fultz
would he
is
lie?
trying to frame us.
Nope.
It's not like I'm the only one who heard those things. After that, you and Toddy and a bunch of other people started talking about Clairvy. You were using all those things Clairvy brought up as an excuse to question Father. We're birds locked in a cage. The only way out is to destroy it. That's what you said, wasn't it?
You little. You just want me gone, don't you? What did I ever do to you, huh? And you, Sheplo, have you forgotten who stood by your sickbed, watched over you, and changed your dressings? Come on, let's hear it then. What's your reason for all this?
You're wrong, Filial. We don't want you to die. You're our family.
Unknown said, "Why isn't the obsessed girl literally making a meme out
Liar.
of this by saying,
You wouldn't be
yeah, brother
doing
is
this if
starving."
that were the case. So why? Why have you backed us into a corner?
We all live in the House of the Hearth. You know the type of work we do, Filial.
This little shit
Single
is the
betrayal
most
can cost
unhinged one
dozens of us
here.
our lives. It's not like it's never
Unknown said,
happened before.
"I always
That
tease
kind
her
of
with
thing
this
is
meme."
hard to forget. That's why the House of the Hearth cannot tolerate any form of betrayal. Ever since we came to Poisson, you've had 7 secret meetings. A lot of the things you talked about really crossed the line.
You've been spying on us for half a month? Wait a second. Now that I think about it, the move to Poisson was just a way to make it easier to spy on us, wasn't it?
Yes.
Because we were all in one place. You've had this planned all along.
Filial, Nantoi.
So is
I'm
this
sorry.
is this quest near its end,
I
or
owe
is
you
it
both my life.
like not even
I
halfway
owe
there?
Clairvy too. If it weren't for all your help after I got poisoned,
Because
I
if
wouldn't be
it is
standing
about
here
to end,
today.
then I will continue.
If this
Otherwise,
were
I will
any
stop
other
here.
situation, I would do anything to repay that kindness,
Captain
even if it
Lover
cost me
said,
my life.
Almost ending.
But
So why do people say like it is 5-6 hour long?
rules are rules.
It is only 2 hours.
I'm sorry. My hands are tied.
Why? Why?
That's enough.
So are we just
Filial.
going to kill them now?
We made a mistake, and we should own up to it.
Yeah,
We broke
he's
the
a good
rules,
guy.
plain and simple. And now we have to face the consequences. I'm sorry, Sheplo. Fultz. I'm sorry, Father.
Captain Lover said, something happened at the
accept
bus stop, so
our
I couldn't
punishment.
say it.
Chaplot, according to the
What
rules
happened?
of the House
Wait,
of the
you are
Hearth,
still in the bus?
how
Yes,
should these
I'm not
traitors
gonna
be
lie at first.
punished?
All
When I
those
played
who
this,
betray the
I was
house
very infuriated.
pay with their lives.
And so it shall be.
Captain Lover said, at unknown ___ 2003 anyways, but brother starvin'.
Yes, he's hungry. Let me talk to the auntie. I will complain about your hunger.
Please wait!
Something you want to say, Linny?
Please reconsider, Father. What Filial and the
Lover
others
said,
did.
I have to
Does
swap
it really
buses like
count as
4 times,
betrayal?
so it takes hours
We
back
all come
home.
from broken families. From the very first day we joined the House of the Hearth, we
Wait,
wanted
how
nothing
long
more
do
than to
you
make it a real
study
home.
or work, whatever you do?
But the truth is,
that you have to swap
none of
4
us
buses.
know what a real home should
Do
look
I
like.
understand?
I'm not saying I have all the answers. All I know is
I don't
this.
think I have to ever swap
Killing
more than
Filial
3
and the others
buses
may
to
uphold
reach
the
somewhere.
rules, but doing so will only bring us further away from being a real family than we've ever been.
Like 2 is the most,
So
3
please, Father,
yeah, 3 is the most, and 2
please,
is like
reconsider.
bare minimum.
I agree with
or
Winnie.
1 is minimum actually.
Father, please.
Captain
Lenny,
Lover said
you...
cab is costly.
No, I am talking about bus too. Cab is very
I also
costly.
agree with Lenny.
Said, good, I thought the stream ended.
It is about to end though. We are about
An
to fight.
order once
May
given
God give
cannot
you
be
patience.
rescinded.
Add some power because good
However,
God, if you had to literally
Given the
swap 4
extent
bosses,
of your
then I would have
determination,
ended up
I
in an
suppose
insane
we shall
asylum.
have to go about this a
4
different
buses.
way. Draw your weapons.
Why would she ride 4
and
buses?
face me.
Our weapons?
I think you
Father,
are
are you referring to a duel?
text to speech is
Precisely.
way
The rules
worse
of
than
the
mine.
house will not be altered. Traitors must be punished.
Alright, then it is time.
However,
If you are
resolving
about to fight them,
disputes
I'm
with a
going
duel
because I
is
don't
also
want to
one of our
spoil
rules.
it.
Well, you have
one
already
that also applies
watched this
to
fight
me.
a lot of
Demonstrate a
times, right?
sufficient showing of strength.
This is the boss fight that
and
you
I shall offer a
fight to
concession.
get her materials.
Wait. Beat Father in a duel?
I think this is where I come in.
Father is way too strong, even for Lenny.
Alright, you are 3. We need a 4-man team. I will join.
A High Lab Dull said, nah bro. I know this a good one so I didn't see.
No, don't you farm for her stuff?
Captain Lover said, I can't travel in cab twice a day for a whole month. It's like a huge % of my part-time salary, lol.
Did you hear that, Traveler? Lenny
Twice a
and the
day
others
for
have
a
to
whole
duel the
month. Yeah,
knave.
that's great.
What should we
Lab
do?
Dull said,
Can we
not
really
right
win
now.
something like that?
Alright, it will be
They
on
lose, those
YouTube.
people from the house
You
are
can
really
watch
gonna
it
be
whenever you
executed.
want.
Hey, are you listening?
Yes, it's their rules. I am actually not going. Is executing them really what she want?
Don't
Oh
you
no, not
want to
everything
say a
done black
proper
and white.
goodbye at least?
Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver.
Oh, she's not going to do any of these. Alright, it is time. Back then, she never actually answered my question. But that makes the answer pretty obvious, doesn't
Unknown
it?
said, I'm not gonna lie.
Looking at
Just
that
so I can
expression
get
on her
her
face, she
materials,
seems
I
really
literally
serious
abused
about
the shit
this.
out of this woman
Guess
just
that
so
means
I
there's
can
no
pre-farm
chance she's
for
throwing the
her.
duel on purpose, huh?
There is no way the knave will lose on purpose, although, yes.
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior.
A High Lab Dull
And
said,
any disputes
"Anyways,
are
I'm
less
going to
likely
leave.
to escalate.
It's already 10:30
Oh
here.
shit.
When the time comes,
Can't watch for
make the
long.
choice that you
Where
deem
it's
most
10:30?
appropriate
Yeah,
in the
it is
situation,
4:30
and lend your help
ahead
to the
of us.
House of the Hearth.
Alright, bye bye, bro.
What's wrong, Traveler? Hey, where are you going?
I am leaving actually.
Traveler?
Oh, I am joining. I would like to see for myself what the 4th of the Fatui Harbingers can do.
You are
So if we
asking to
defeat her,
join
that
the
means
duel
we are at
against
least
the
4th
knave?
level.
I have been obsessed with watching Midia's trailer.
Oh shit. If that's okay.
I'll allow it. We do have a ready-made
Have you
dueling
seen
ring
the
at our
Annexa
disposal,
short
after all.
That they put
All I
up?
would
It
advise
was
is
so
this.
crazy.
Keep a firm grasp on your weapon and give it your
And
all.
here it comes.
Any less.
Let me change my
And you may
party.
just lose
Yes,
your
I also
life.
saw it today. It was amazing. Let me change my party. Please, please,
Captain
please,
Lover
please, please,
said,
please,
the
please, please, please.
transition is so goof.
Yep. So good.
Captain Lover said, good asterisk.
Oh shit. Alright, Kirana, you have to do.
Time to say hello.
Is it my turn?
Time to shine!
Let the mighty be humble.
And voila! Now that's more like it. With the fall of darkness, destruction shall rise. Have a taste of purgatory.
Hang in there!
Look at you. Trapped like a bunch of helpless ants. Is it my turn?
Dart saved me from that attack.
With these rising flames.
That's my name. Echo.
I have to draw my blade.
Not bad. You've proven to be a worthy opponent after all. Not bad. You've proven to be a worthy opponent after all.
Oh shit. So I don't actually have to do her the whole health. And here it comes. Shit. The wings. From what I know, she's actually using Pyro Vision plus Pyro Delusion to boost her attacks, right? In her second phase. Damn, look at that. Cinder of Two Worlds. They all have cool names. Oh shit. Here we go again. Oh no.
Seared away. My blade is all that remains.
Be free. Bow your head.
I don't want to lose Movil and he's the only one. Oh shit.
Farewell. Watch out for Father's movements. Look out!
Sundown is only the beginning.
Tell me what you see.
Sundown is only the beginning.
Alright, this ult will save me. Wait, she's not taking damage. Well, both are alright. Alright, now this is what I live for. Cutscenes. I think Honkai has better fight scenes actually, like these animated ones. But who throw these? Oh. Wait a second, Fremine? He's strong?
You should know better than to crowd in one place.
Oh shit, they are caught in the ult. But who saved them? None.
Oh, I know.
Oh.
No! I'm
But
sorry.
she's using that sword. This is so amazing.
Sorry for what? This pitiful excuse for an attack.
Alright, Traveler. Look at the lower accurate Traveler using dull blade to defeat Harbingers. Damn, she has more of a stuff here in this form.
Father, no!
Oh, the Traveler is strong then.
Made it out, did you? You're stronger than I expected.
Not the Sharon gun. She's in Tsukuyomi. What the heck?
Moon?
Is it one of the moons?
I can't move.
Yeah, she's literally in Tsukuyomi. Oh no. This is where Kakashi got stabbed 4,000 times.
Still, not strong enough to beat me.
You remember that Kakashi versus Itachi fight? And he like keeps stabbing him. This is what reminds me of. So we are not at the 4th Harbinger level. So we are somewhere above 6th, below 4th. Maybe at 5.
I believe we can end things here. It's not often that we get to enjoy the company of guests, after all. We wouldn't want things to get too out of hand.
Bro, I saved you.
Brother, are you alright?
Lenny.
So there is
Given
no way
that
we
I
are
am the
defeating
victor of this
Doctor
duel, as agreed,
one-on-one fight, just
the
like how we
punishment
always
stands.
No!
I never thought things would end
Actually,
like
we
this.
are not even at the 6th.
However,
because we
everyone
didn't even
involved
defeat
in the duel
Wanderer
demonstrated
without
a
all that
remarkable level
Akasha
of
help.
strength and determination. In light of this, I'm prepared to change the method of execution. Elwar, the bottled flames I gave you for safekeeping. Do you still have them?
Yes? I wasn't sure what they were for, but I've kept them super safe. I didn't lose a single one.
Wonderful. Then, in just a moment, I'll have you administer them.
Bottled flames?
Indeed. They're the product of a secret experiment. Under certain special circumstances, flames can be extracted from my person and preserved. Once ingested, searing pain will spread across every inch of your body. No harm
if
will
they
come
want
to
to
you
live, they have to
physically, but your
forget
memories will be burned
whatever
away.
they did here. All right.
If you can withstand the pain. When you awake, you'll have forgotten everything you know about the House of the Hearth, and will be
Makes sense.
expelled from the organization. In other words,
Choose.
administering this concoction will kill the version of you that grew up in the house, and give you a new identity.
Act up, but still better than dying, actually. So that means the young man that I thought looked familiar. Oh, so he don't have his memories. All right. We saw on the list of execution, he wasn't killed at all. But he was killed.
Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of
Yeah,
self.
she was dropping hints here and there. Alright, we were wrong. She is good. Now, if my understanding of the knave is right, she really thinks of that as killing him. The horror that lived in the House of the Hearth is dead. The one that remains is simply a normal person living out his life with his beloved. Even so, it's much better than actually ending their lives. Yeah.
So,
I've
you're
done, but
just
still better.
letting us go, Father?
Not letting you go.
You misunderstand. Memories are extremely important. Once consumed by flame, the version of you standing before me will die, and our secrets will die with you. So no, I don't intend to just let you go, because the person who survives will be nothing but
This
a
reminds me of
stranger.
Man in Black.
Even
Remember
so-
when they retire, they erase the
Even
agent's
so-
memory?
I won't
Literally
have
the
to
same
live
thing.
in fear anymore.
But
I'm
that
sorry,
pen was
Father.
like little instant.
I'm sorry I let
This will
you
be
down.
painful.
But I really...
Don't cry, filial. You haven't left the house yet, so there are still rules to be followed, yes? Remember what I
Captain
taught
Lover
you.
said,
Anger
"I wonder
makes
the
you
sadness
impulsive,
Arlecchino
sorrow
feels
causes you
inside
to
after
waver.
losing one of her own children."
Don't let yourself be controlled
Yeah,
by your
because
emotions.
to her, they are technically dying.
Of course. I'll remember.
But I think when
Dry
she
your
sees them
tears
as normal
and go
people,
pursue the life you really
she
want.
is somewhat happy inside.
Yes, Father.
Like a father.
Chaplot, Foltz, Elwar, take them back to Poisson.
So is
And
this
bring
the end,
Lenny
or
and
do
the
we
others
have
as
a
well.
lot more of yapping?
I prepared 3 extra vials of bottled flames. As for whether to take them, the choice is
Well,
yours.
they are not going to take them.
Goodbye,
It would have been
children.
amazing if they
The
take
next
them
time
and
we
forgot
meet,
they
I
are
will
not
no
playable
longer be
anymore.
your father. Thank you for all you've done for the house. I hope you have bright futures ahead of you.
He will be a great magician, that's it. No connection to the house.
Father.
Alright, child, do not cry.
Let's go.
Unknown said, my father
Here,
was no
grab
magician,
my arm, Lenny.
but he sure knew
I'll
how
help
to
you walk
disappear
back.
from my life to get
Thank
some
you.
milk.
Clairvy.
Oh no. Yeah, bro, you just have to win a lottery and he will appear instantly. Oh, so there is still more.
Can we talk now? I've been waiting for a super long time. You really are Perry, aren't you? I haven't seen you in so long. How come you're all grown up? Wait, did I somehow travel to the future on accident? Or am I dreaming?
You are dead. Dead as F.
What a long dream.
Neither. You died, Clairvy. That's what happened.
You could have at least sugarcoated it a little. Look, she's so speechless.
If this is really Clairvy's younger self, then I would say she's probably had enough life. Yeah, she probably has had enough lives.
Oh. Okay then.
Huh? That's it? You accepted it just like that?
Yep. If that's what Perry says happened, then I believe her. Perry wouldn't lie to me. Plus, I don't really need to know why I'm like this. I'm more curious about what happens in the future. If you're a harbinger now, Perry, that means
Yes,
Mother
she
is
is.
gone, isn't she?
We all miss her.
Tell me about it. I want to know what happened to her. And to me.
You never stopped
Yeah.
trying to defy fate. At first, no one believed you.
Yes, you too. Have a
You
great
could only
day.
vent your
We are
frustrations to the
almost
moon.
finished.
In fact, you often sought comfort in the night sky. You wanted to see the aurora, so one night we promised each other we would go to Snezhnaya to see it together. Later on, you tried to run away,
Yeah, the
but
sky in
you were
Snezhnaya
brought
would
back
be amazing,
each
I
time.
think.
Mother spared your life, but it wasn't out of kindness. Instead, she decided to make an example of you by slowly torturing you over time. That way, the other children would know what happens to traitors. Still, you never gave up. Mother hoped that through ruthless duel after ruthless duel, she would be able to crown an ultimate victor among the children she raised. But you called on everyone to unite, to fight to a draw in order to reduce casualties.
All right.
Your efforts may have only delayed the inevitable, but still. You gave them hope. You tried everything you could think of, but every attempt ended in failure. Still, you never turned your sword on Crucibina, and you never turned it on me.
Unknown said,
On that gloomy
"Don't take
day,
this
you told
personally,
me,
but please
for the
God, if
last
you ever
16
caught
years
this
of my
creep
life,
again,
I've done everything
talk
I
to
can
me.
to fight
I
for
swear
freedom.
I will expose his ass."
But now, I realize that the only freedom I truly possess
Alright, who are you
is the
talking
freedom
about?
to choose to die.
I never imagined I would
I think
say
I'm missing
something
some
like that.
stuff. I'm
I
missing
must have
some
been
lore
feeling
here.
really worn down. But somehow, I still think I understand. According to Mother's plan, only one of us was going to make it until the end. And I always hoped that person would be you. If I could do it all over again, I still don't think I would make a different choice. Even when I first met you, I knew you'd be able to do what I couldn't.
She told me
Is
that
that
she
so?
just slapped a creep who was acting weirdly
Even
in the
now,
bus,
I'm not sure I
and
truly
told her that
understand
she
what
should
kind of
wiretap
freedom
him
you
so
were
I can
trying to
expose the
pursue.
fucking creep from India.
But as the head of the House of the Hearth
Wiretapping
and as
is
the
crazy,
children's
bro.
father, I've tried to give them the most basic of freedoms. The freedom to choose their own fate. It's something I discussed with the Eudex of Fontaine. The
How would you
children who want to leave
wiretap?
the house will have their memories wiped clean
That
of
is
all
so
secrets
old school.
pertaining to the organization.
You have to become a hacker.
In return, they will be allowed to live a normal life in Fontaine without being prosecuted for their past. Of course, I won't simply hand freedom to them on a silver platter. They have to fight for it and prove themselves worthy of it. Only freedom that is earned has true value.
That's more than enough. That's exactly the kind of life I was fighting for. You know, Perry, I think you're a pretty amazing king, and a really great father, too. I'm really happy that you're the one who took over the house. I guess I do have one regret, though. I still haven't
Unknown
seen
said,
the outside
"At
world."
least you know why I am a constant self-proclaiming exposer.
Well,
Yes.
it just so happens that our dear
Now I
guests
know why.
over here have been to many nations and traveled to countless places.
Alright, let me tell you stuff.
Perhaps they would be willing to tell you what the outside world is like.
Really?
Yes.
Of course! We've traveled all over the place. We've got so many stories, we could probably talk your ears out for 3 days straight.
I'm not talking. Paimon, you do the stuff. Alright, let's talk about Animo first.
You know, I used to dream of being a bard.
Alright.
Playing the lute while singing into the winds of freedom. Even if there was no one there to listen, I would have continued to sing no matter what.
I don't fuck around, but women find out in bed.
Alright, let's tell her about the Geo and the Zhongli
That's where
spinner.
Mora comes from. I never knew that before. If I had some Mora, I would buy 3 new dresses. One for me,
Isn't like Mora
one
is
for
running
Perry,
out,
and
actually?
one for Mother. It's just too bad Perry doesn't like wearing dresses. And Mother, well, she probably wouldn't accept something like that either. I guess I'd just have to keep them all for me then. I could wear a different one every day.
So I can only tell her about Till Hydro. Makes sense.
Those
Because
yokai
we
you
haven't
mentioned,
been to that land
what do they
technically.
look like? I once saw a drawing
Oh,
of this
those
one
yokai.
guy
Some
with
are very
horns on his
sexy
head
and
and a
some are
super
very,
scary
very
face.
sexy.
The ones
Are
that
there any
already exist
yokai
will
like
not
that?
disappear.
Oh,
Just.
sounds like
He
you're
said that
talking about
already he will not be
Noni.
creating any new on the ones that
We've
already
met
exist
one
will not
and let
disappear.
Paimon tell
But
you,
just like he said that already,
not
he will
nearly
not be
as
creating
scary
any
as
new
this.
ones.
What the heck was that?
I
Bro, you
was always
confused
too
me more.
afraid to skip Mother's fighting
What
lessons.
did you write actually?
But at the academia, I bet you could do all sorts of secret things in class. Things that have nothing to do with studying. I'm just kidding. Being able to study whatever you want without having to fear for your
Unknown said,
life.
I'm actually using my grandmother's
sounds
phone and
pretty
her
great.
text-to-speech is even more S.
Bro, just type it. Type it. Yeah, the above paragraph was hella
The
confusing.
situation was super dangerous. Lenny and Lynette were accused of committing a crime, and they were going to have to stand trial at the Opera Epicles.
Alright, she told her about the all the
That must have been hard for all of you.
Nope, you
What
vanished.
happened next?
Don't worry, we were able to turn the situation around super quickly. All
Oh
thanks
shit,
to
there it is
Detective
again.
Paimon, of course.
How'd you
We
do
need
that?
this stuff on Paimon
on,
actually.
tell
We
me.
can equip and unequip that.
Okay, so it was like this. After the failed magic show, we rushed to the scene and...
Alright, do the do stuff. Yeah, Clairvy is listening really intently to Paimon's story about her time in Fontaine. She seems really happy. Like all her troubles have been forgotten. I think she's going to vanish now. Maybe this is the first time she has ever been able to truly relax, but I'm not sure how long this moment can last. Yes.
Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is
Yeah,
quickly
she's going
forgotten
to
over time.
forget everything. But is Traveler going to do something? At time passes, she will probably forget everything we have told her and go back to being the scared little girl who could only hide in the shadows. Do your stuff, Traveler. Huh? I was so busy thinking I almost
Unknown
didn't
said,
notice. The sun
I'm
has
not gonna
risen.
lie, MR Paimon very handsome.
But I'm not gonna lie, Mr. Paimon very handsome. But she's finally in the sunlight.
You've worked tirelessly from the shadows to overthrow the House of the Hearth. Now, by my authority as the Knave, I shall announce how this matter ends. You are hereby expelled from the House of the Hearth. You are no longer tied to this place, nor are you bound by its rules.
Finally.
You're saying that I can finally leave? I get to experience the
Oh
outside
no,
world
do
as
not make
well?
me cry.
Oh, I almost forgot. There's no getting older for me. Still, seeing who you grew up to be makes me really happy, Parallel. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
May we meet again someday.
Yes. Is she sad? She looks sad.
Clairvy. She left so soon. Paimon didn't even get to finish her story.
That is the best for her, Paimon. Don't worry.
I also have certain sentiments left unsaid.
Oh,
I wanted
no.
to tell her that the aurora I saw in Snezhnaya was just as beautiful as the ones in the pictures. But a shadow's memories reset at dawn. Had we delayed any longer, we wouldn't have had the time to say goodbye. Whatever regrets may linger, let them be lost to the coming of a new day.
Alright, he's here.
Father?
Bro, you are sick. Take some cough medicine.
Hey, Linny!
Do you think we will play Genshin
What
long
is he
enough
doing back here?
to
Let's
see
go check
Lily
it
become
out.
the father? Let Arlecchino retire. Lenny will be the next. The whole photo will be changed.
Father, the bottled flames have been administered. Filio and the others have left the house.
And you? What have you decided?
He is not leaving.
Thank you for giving us that choice, Father. But we never wanted to leave the house. It's the only home we've ever known. Lynette and Fremine feel the same way. They're recuperating back at the Hotel Bouffe d'été. But I decided to come back and tell you where we stood.
I'm sure you're well aware of the expectations I have for
Unknown
you.
said,
I want
"I
you
sadly
to
don't
follow
think
in
so
my
because this
footsteps
game is
and
too
become the
fucking
next
greedy
king
unless if
of the
they create
house.
GI too."
Yet you seem to
Or
have
maybe
different
this game
ideas. I must
goes
admit,
for so long.
I'm rather surprised by your decision to stay. There's
Yeah,
nothing
but
wrong
then
with
they have to
choosing to
change the
live a
character mode.
quiet
Yeah.
life.
Genshin Impact 2
Leading
makes
this
more sense,
organization
actually.
is a heavy responsibility. One not so easily carried by someone forced onto the throne.
Yeah, but if they created a Genshin Impact 2, then it
never
will
understood what you
kill
saw in
Genshin
me.
Impact. Like
What
somewhat.
made you believe I was deserving of that
Yeah,
throne?
I don't think they will do that
Unknown
kind of
said,
stuff.
"Because there is no
You're
way they are
brave,
going to change
talented,
the character model
Yes.
midway."
And,
Yeah.
most importantly, you
Or
cherish
maybe
your
just have two
family.
models.
You would do anything
Literally
to
a
protect
different
them,
one for the older one.
even if it costs you your
Like
life.
how in HSR, Danheng have to the 4-star one, the 5-star one. Like they already did that, all the HSR stuff, like with two models. Because all the dresses are
Speaking
different,
up back
appearance
there
is
was so
different. So it
brave
is
of
like
you, Linny.
two models.
It's all thanks to you that we were able to convince Father to back down.
You're a hero, Linny.
Hero. Father is the real hero. Had Father gone all out during the duel, there's no way I would have walked away with my life. She must have had it all planned from the beginning, from the very moment she suggested a duel.
I hate that
I'm
in
not
lore
deserving of
they
that
are like
title.
this much different between
I'm
them.
not strong enough.
But Lin is also
or
5-star,
smart
she's
enough.
also 5-star. They
You're
are all
wrong.
doing big PP damage.
In my opinion, all you need to be deserving of the throne is conviction and the necessary strength to act on it. We may have different ideas of what it means to be a family, but you can hardly be said to lack conviction.
Yeah, what you lack
What
is
you
strength.
truly lack is strength. For someone of your talent, though, that's something that will come with time. Even without that strength, you still chose to face me in a duel, even though the odds were stacked against you. That capacity to honor your convictions is what I truly see in you.
Father.
Bro,
No
I'm
one
literally
knows
30
what the
minutes
future
above.
holds, what tragedy or
Is it going
triumph
to end
may
or
be in
not?
store. Being at the head of this organization requires the strength of will to face whatever comes. Caution will only hold you back. If reaching a certain standard were required to go after what you want, I would never have succeeded in killing my predecessor.
Unknown said,
Back then,
"Done.
there was still a considerable gap between our abilities.
But it's going to take
Strength
some
may
time."
decide the ultimate victor, but those who let a lack of strength
it's
dictate their
almost
decisions or undermine their convictions will never be worthy
Getting
of the
dark
throne.
here. I have stuff to do.
I understand, Father. Thank you.
I think it is. We are at the end.
Children
actually.
must grow up to surpass their parents. Only then can a family continue to flourish. The road ahead is not an easy one, so I'll ask you one last time. Are you certain you want to stay?
You've done so much for me, Father, and that kindness must be repaid. Plus, with Project Stuja at hand, there are many dangers ahead, and I, for one, don't intend to back down. Protecting my family at all costs. That's my conviction.
Then you're welcome to stay. As for Project Stuja, you need not be too concerned. If those cowardly businessmen and heartless dignitaries try to take us down, I'm prepared to teach them a lesson. Having members who longed for the light was our organization's last weakness. With those members no longer among our ranks, the House of the Hearth is like a spider hiding in the shadows.
Unknown said.
We need only wait for our prey to come to us.
Do not bark
At
for her,
present,
bro.
our imperative is to use their plan to our advantage. In doing so, a crimson moon shall rise amid the frigid blizzards of winter. No demonstration of loyalty shall go unrewarded, and
It's
no
a good thing I have done it because she has a lot of moon-related stuff
As
too.
for the two of you, whether we meet
Let's hope
again
we
as
get
friend
more
or foe,
of it in
I'll
the
remember the camaraderie
note
we shared
cry.
in this moment. No matter how
Do you think-
arduous the journey ahead, I hope we both reach our
Alright.
desired
Do you think
destination.
the doctor is going to be the main villain in Note Cry? Or is it going to be someone else? Wait for 2 days later. Alright, it's still going on. But alright, let's wait for 2 days later. They should add button here, like wait for 1 day, 2 day, and for time we can actually set it.
Didn't Linny say that Lynette and Fremine were recovering at the Hotel Bouffe d'été? Oh, Paimon wonders how they're doing. Maybe we should go check on them.
Yes, we should. Oh, this was why. Alright, where are they?
Unknown said, I'm sure that at the very least he's going to be the villain because there is lots of people who would be more than happy to kick his ass like Kali, Wanderer, and Arlecchino.
No. I know he's going to be a villain, but he's going to the main villain of Node Cry. Like in Sumeru, he was kind of, but he is not the main one.
Lynette? Fremine? How are you feeling?
Because he got away in Sumeru.
Much better.
Whew, what a relief!
What about you? Are you feeling alright?
There is no need to worry. I am right as rain. What does that
I
mean?
knew you'd come out unscathed. Us, on the other hand,
Well, she left us actually.
We've been bedridden
Otherwise,
for 2
I was
days.
dead in that genjutsu.
I couldn't even turn over. Oh, and I wanted to ask, is Claire V...
Unknown said, yes it
gone?
confirmed that at 6.0.
Linny and the other
it's
members
going
have
north
left
as it
Poisson and
confirmed that
returned
at
to the House of the
6.0.
Hearth.
It's
According
going
to
be North
him,
Sea
there
Mala.
haven't been any more
Yeah,
sightings of
I
a
know that
spirit
it is going
roaming
to
the
be North
house.
Cry 6.0. We bid her farewell under a blanket of sunlight.
I see.
But that,
glad.
what is it? Is he
Father
going to be
came
the
check
main
up
like
on us 2 days
boss?
ago and told us about what
Or
happened with
do we meet
Crucibina
something
and
else
Claire
like
V?
the moon stuff?
Actually, I've met Crucibina before.
Oh yeah, he was there after the fight, right? Or maybe a little later.
Wait, what? You've met the former knave?
Crucibina died a year after Claire V. It was during the year between their deaths that I joined the House of the Hearth. Crucibina had an extremely cruel and radical way of doing things. While she was alive,
So he's the OG
the
member.
atmosphere in the house was suffocating. When I joined,
Because
though,
in the animated
the
show, he was the only
experiment
one
she
there,
valued
right?
so
That
much had
she
already come to an end,
took over.
and all the people involved, dead and injured alike,
I need some
Unknown said,
new
gone.
if Signora
something.
is not in North, then I
Crucibina
will
never
cry.
talked about the past
Bro,
with us
she is
newcomers.
not.
A couple
She is
of months
ashes.
after I
If
joined,
they have her body and the
Father
doctor
killed
revived her some
Crucibina
kind of zombie
and
stuff,
burned all her
then I
files.
may have believed it.
With that, the names
unless
of all the people
unless
subjected to her
Saritsa is going to
experiments,
revive someone and
Clarity
they are going to
included,
test
were
it on
lost to the flames.
Senora first.
Along
Like
the
try it on
painful
Senora
memories
first.
they represented.
How would it work and test it
Father
on
took
her.
in Lenny and me a
Then
couple
maybe we
months
can
after
get her.
that, but
Then
she
maybe there are
never
chances.
mentioned anything about Crucibina or Clairvy.
It is not 0%.
It
Then
really
I'm
seems
happy.
like something she was planning to keep to herself. The last time you talked to her, did she mention why she kept it a secret for so long?
She said she didn't want us to be affected by the darkness of the past. She was worried we'd develop a false sense of gratitude towards her if we knew about it.
Huh.
The foundation of a family should be
Honestly,
free
ever
of
since
any
the latest
corrupting
update in
influence.
Natland,
Whatever
the
happened in
chances
the
of revival
past, it
seems
has
to be
nothing to
higher
do with
whatever
who
the
we
real
are
chances
now.
truly are.
And that's what
Yes,
Father told us
that
in
is
the end.
actually true.
But I still thanked her for everything. It was
Maybe
only
Venti
after
could do
hearing about
something.
what Crucibina did that I finally realized how
Let's hope
insignificant our
Venti
lives
feel
could have
guilty
been.
about Senora or something like that.
The members of the house meant nothing to her. To say that she valued them in any way, even just as a tool, would probably be giving her too much credit. If Father hadn't taken over the House of the Hearth, I probably would have already...
Don't think about that. She saved you in the end. Yes, that's all
Father
that matters.
rarely brings up the fact that she saved us. She doesn't believe that being indebted to her should be what ties us together. But even if we didn't owe her anything, we would still choose to stay.
Unknown said, also
Because
did you see how
this
he
is our
refused
home.
to fight her? It's because
We may
he
have
actually cares
arguments
about
or
the people
times
from
when
there
we
since
feel
she was
wronged.
also the people from
Some
Mom's
people
dad.
may even
Yes,
choose to
that
leave.
is what I am saying from the beginning.
But as long as Father is here, we will always have a home.
Whether the path before us is bathed in sunlight or shrouded in shadow, we'll follow Father wherever she chooses to
Let's
go.
hope 5.8
So I wanted to say
build up
thank you
some
for
more for
helping
the
us make it
Node Cry
through
and
this
stuff.
crisis. Without your help,
Because there is
could
no
have lost
way
a lot more along the
Albedo
way.
did something and we are not getting
do
much more
anything,
lore
really.
about Node Cry. Just invite us back as guests and we will call it even.
Of course. You're welcome anytime.
Are Filial and Nantoy okay?
They are gone.
I actually saw them at a cafe this morning. They didn't recognize me. From what I could tell, they were drinking coffee and talking about one of the operas that started running recently. They seemed happy. If I had to take a guess, I would say they finally found the kind of life they always wished for.
Finally, we are done. Okay, I'm going to... Alright, let's first end.
Unknown
That is
said,
it for today.
I don't believe that it's a coincidence how he purposely did not fight back because all of those Archons don't seem interested to keep the Gnosis.
Yeah. Alright, that is it for today. Like, share and subscribe and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.